Hey guys, what's going on? Hey everybody, welcome. Hey Dana, hey Socks Girl. What's up, Regina Case? Where else is everybody else from? I'm feeling like talking today, so y'all are gonna talk with me, y'all. What's going on? What's up, Danny, Miss Innabug? Where are you guys from? I see Philly, I see Atlanta. Y'all, so much has been going on in the world. I feel like everybody waited for me to go on vacation. I know nobody cares who I am. I'm not running anything. But I swear, like, the universe waited for me to go on vacation for all this shit to blow up. What do you guys want to talk about? Even down to Jamil Hill jumping in to Candace and shit. Like, like, what is the point? I felt like remember Cardi B when she was like, what is the problem? What was the problem? Let me stop before somebody say I'm mocking her. Whatever. But y'all, there is so much going on. Who do we start with first? Do we start off with Milk Dud, with Peach Juice, with Falynn's ex? But Falynn's ex has a name, right? Sharon. Or should we talk about like what's going on with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Erica Jayne, y'all? I'm actually making a video doing a deep dive on that mess. If you guys can wait. Alex Salt did a video which inspired me to go like really, which inspired me to like really deep dive too and see what the hell was going on. Also, you guys, I have memberships now. So if you guys want, okay, let's see who's in the house. I'm gonna say it in a second. If you guys want, God, the lighting is so bad. But y'all gonna forgive me. Like, I don't have professional lighting. So I literally, y'all think I'm joking. I have like 2 lamps I found. Well, I didn't find, but 2 lamps I took and they're aimed at me. They literally are lamps. I took the lampshade off. I really do need to. Hey, what's up? What's up, Reggie? Thank you. I'm having a ball, but I'm so glad to be back. Reggie, since you are my first super chat, what do you want to talk about? You set the topic. Everybody, Reggie Greg Blanchard has entered the chat. Gemini King, you guys follow him on Twitter. I've been off of Twitter mostly because I locked myself out of my account. Hey, what's up, B? We got my moderator, B. Reggie, what do you want to talk about since you're the It's Gracious? Hi, what's tea? We about to get into the tea. But first, you guys, drop where you're from. I saw UK, I saw Atlanta, I saw a few other places, and Philly in the house. Jamaica's in the house. What's up? I was watching Kimpire daily for daily and consistent content. And I literally, the door is open. There's a mosquito trying to kill me. I was like, yo, he's always asking where people are from in the chat. And sometimes I'm tempted to be like, I'm here too. So I want to see where you guys are from because he has like the most varied audience I've ever seen, right? Listen, Meg Har, the long summer bundles did not happen. And I'm telling you why. Because, wait, hold on. Let me turn this down. Let's see. Thank you, Beverly Hills. Yes, let's talk about that, Reggie, right? Okay, so listen, my stream's not optimal. What's going on? Now it's good. Okay, but it's not optimal. What the hell? Okay, so listen, let's get into, hey, Amika, what's going on, girl? Okay, you guys, let's get into Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm going to do a separate video for the recap, but let's get into what everybody's talking about. Erica Girardi and the bullshit she is saying. I'm working on the video that's actually going to do everything, kind of wrap it up. Y'all can tell I'm hyped about this. I actually drank a coffee. This is my getting fat for vacation fund because instead of drinking a coffee, I was like, I don't see any cream. So I filled it up to here with vanilla ice cream, then put coffee on top of it. And I don't even really drink coffee. So I'm like, ooh. Anyway, y'all, Erica Girardi, I read through the court documents, right? I talked to a few lawyers on it and just talked to a few people that I know. She should be really worried because, again, when I talked to a few lawyers, they were like, listen, the bankruptcy's been called in. More than 3 creditors pulled them in. But the thing that everybody's overlooking with Erica Girardi, even the way she's so goddamn smug, I feel like smacking her. She's so smug. She doesn't care about the victims. Lisa Rinna got pulled into it. She's actually going to be deposed because they're sharing, right? They're sharing the same, I think she referred her to her business manager and I believe her accountant, right? But the thing is that a lot of people don't realize is that are you guys familiar with the thing about piercing the corporate veil? Are you familiar with that? If you're not, I'll explain it to you, right? Everybody thinks, and this is how a lot of people get caught up in tax fraud, but even in litigation. We have this thing that if you have an LLC or a corporation, you're like bulletproof, right? There's nothing that can get to you, because if you guys don't know, the reason why people like LLCs and corporations is it limits your liability. So say you're worth $1 million, right? And say you have an LLC, right? And the LLC somehow messes up somebody's money. When they go and sue the LLC to get the money back, they are limited to how much money they can recover. So if you have $1 million, the LLC only has 50,000 in it, and you owe them 200,000, they cannot go to your personal assets because the LLC is a corporate veil. It protects you from anything that comes back to you. That's what they talk about the corporate veil, right? It's corporate protection. And even if like they're like, but it's your money, I see you, I shouldn't have to do anything, right? You want my Forex trade? Let's go check out. Listen. So that's the corporate veil. And a lot of people swear, because you have all these people. Can you guys see me? Because you guys have all these people that swear they're financial wizards, but literally what they're telling you guys to do is illegal shit. I'm not saying you can't tweak the numbers, but it's illegal shit. For instance, people think that if you put a house or a car in a corporation's name, then you can use it as a write-up. Technically you can, but the other half of the tax code is, but it has to be used primarily, and in some tax codes, completely exclusively for business use in order for you to claim it. So you can put a house in the corporation's name, but that's not a tax write-off unless that house is only used in the normal and daily course of corporate business. It cannot be used as your primary residence. It cannot even be used as a vacation home. It can't be used for anything except for, right? You put a car in a corporate name. Fine. Everybody's like, oh, I'm going to write off the car expense. The IRS is going to be like, no. Show me where you use this car primarily. And the IRS will break it down into days. So like, let's see the odometer. You went to your mom's house. You went to your cousin's house. You went to them. So a lot of people think that if you have this corporate veil, it protects you. They falsely believe that, right? Okay. Now let's get into piercing the corporate veil. Usually your assets are off limits because you have that corporate veil. Erica Girardi, the reason why she's freaking out is because she has to know this, even though she's playing Billy Badass, but stupid at the same time, which is a bad combination, right? I would rip her up like, anyway. What she's trying to say is, well, I didn't know anything that Tom was doing, to which the logical argument, the prosecution, and well, not prosecution, that's for criminal matters, but the estate lawyers and the bankruptcy lawyers that are going after her will say, well, listen, it doesn't matter whether it's like fruits from a spoiled tree. It doesn't matter that you didn't know that money you received was stolen. Once you are made aware that those were not that person's funds to give you, you must give back those funds. Hey, Moar, thank you, Moar, thank you. Once you do that, you must give back the funds. Let me start showing some of these super stickers. Thank you, Amika. Thank you, Reggie. You must give back those funds. So that's the very, very first thing, right? You need to get rid of those funds, right? Look at this peer character looking at himself in the mirror saying, thanks for being you, with hearts popping out of eyes. You got to love a restream. So that's one. So first of all, Erica, and Vernon doesn't know, she is in court actively fighting to keep every goddamn penny. We're going to get to that in a second. It's going to be in a second video. I won't bore you guys with too much legal stuff. Let me just get through this and then we can take some questions from the crowd, right? Or from the super chat people. Also, y'all, real quick, I did start memberships. It's only $4.99 a month. If you guys want to support your girl, hit that join button. $4.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. I'm going to start having members only exclusive chats. You get things and I get priority to your comments. And also, we're going to talk about mods, because I know a lot of people, I told a lot of people I'd make the mods, but my inbox is flooded in Instagram. So if I did say I was going to make you a mod, or if you want to be a mod, DM me on Instagram. I will actually screenshot it so I don't lose it. And I will make you a mod in the next day or two if you agree to my terms and conditions, which is don't start no shit. It won't be no shit. But if anybody is interested in being a mod, like my great B and dear Dana, who are the best mods in the world, let me know, because I understand B and Dana have other lives except for watching my stream. So they can't always be there because they have other people's lives to make better, right? Socks girl, message me on Instagram. I swear to God, this time I just got so many messages in my inbox that it really just all fell apart. I'm not being ignorant. It's just like it's in an ambulance, and you know my lazy ass. I was like, oh, this is too much work, right? Anyway, let's go back into why Erica Girardi should be worried. And this is a lot of things that people are actually missing in their videos. When you pierce the corporate veil, one, this is completely separate. If you receive stolen funds, those funds have to be returned. It doesn't matter. You didn't know. It didn't matter that you assisted. You're not in trouble, but give me the goddamn money. If those stolen funds or illegal funds were used to buy houses, cars, clothes, weaves, whatever you want, shoes, head, shoulder, knees, and toes, you got to come up off this shit, and they have to sell it in the bankruptcy court. When it's sold, it goes into a line of who receives the money first. Of course, the victims receive the money first. Then the creditors are fighting right now. They're jockeying to see who's first. If there's any money left over at all, it actually goes to the state, because you can't keep illegal funds. You know what I'm saying? It was never yours to begin with. But if there's any money left over, it'll go to the state. Spoiler alert, it's not going to be any money left over. However, let's talk about piercing the corporate veil, which Erica should be really worried about. If you can prove that a corporation or LLC was set up under any fraudulent pretenses, under any criminal pretenses, to commit a crime, to conceal, to money launder, to embezzle, or just to do anything that is against the law, or it was established as a point of fraud, meaning that the corporation was never established to make money. The corporation was just established to funnel money from one place to the other. Guess what? That corporate veil protection that Erica Girardi swears she has is now pierced. And now not only can they sue the LLC and the corporation, Erica Jayne Media, or whatever it's called, now they can sue, right? Now they can sue you too and your personal assets. Y'all, I'm going to call it here first, because I was talking about this when nobody gave, I wasn't the only one talking about it. So let me just stop, right? But I'm going to call it now first. Erica Girardi is going to have that corporate veil fixed. They are going to go after all her assets. And if they can prove that she is protecting Tom, that she is in it, and that she is hiding money, y'all, she is going down. This investigation has opened up into a criminal investigation. And they said a couple of things in that episode. Yay. What's up, Danny's? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. So they did say, shout out to Danny, shout out to B. Shout out to B. I'm going to start taking questions in a second, but you know I get easily sidetracked, so I need to stay on this right now. A couple of things in last night's episode really struck me as odd, right? For one, and I'm just talking from a legal standpoint, right? Or where she could be liable. When Erica literally said, when she was talking about like Tom cheating on her, which Tom may or may not have been cheating on her, what she did say to me sounded right? You were completely willing to overlook your husband cheating on you because you were living in like a historic mansion in the fucking sorry, I'm trying not to curse, in the Palisades, doing your thing. I'm pretty sure you looked the other way, right? Who knows if Tom has a habit of cheating on her, but yet and still that wasn't why you left him. Because Kyle looked at her and she was like, well, then why didn't you leave? Because she was like, if that was Mauricio, I would have like gone in. Why didn't you leave? And Erica looked her in the face and was like, and go where? I had nothing. I did nothing. We'll talk about Erica's tone of voice, right? And go where? I had nothing. Where did you want to go? And leave with nothing? Around that time that you said he found out he was cheating, they had already transferred $20 million cash to your company. You had a $14 million Amex bill that was past due. This is not even counting how much the company spent before money got messed up. And I tend to believe from reading the court documents that he was running a Ponzi scheme, much like Bernie Madoff. But when the pandemic hit, robbing Peter to pay Paul. But when the pandemic hit, all of a sudden the cash flow messed up and you couldn't pay all these people. We'll talk about that in a second, but let's just get back to this. So the fact that you have like 20 million in your LLC, the fact that you found out this man was cheating on you, the fact that you had a $14 million Amex bill that was your husband's responsibility to pay, even though you were an authorized user, and you didn't feel like you had the power to leave, you thought that if you left, you would be penniless. Erica really messed her up with that. Hey, what's up, Dr. Payne? Yo, shout out to Dr. Payne. Hey, what's up? Lily, what's up? Thank you for joining. Who else am I missing? Thank you, Danny's verse. But my whole thing is, when you look at this, and let's not forget that anything that you make admissions on TV or in the public can be used against you in court. They can be used as admissions of guilt. You do get to defend yourself, right? But they can be brought into court. The fact that you had all that money and you felt that if you left Tom, you would have nothing. What does that tell you, y'all? What does that tell you? It tells you the fact that even though, now Erica could have been lying, because Erica has been lying this whole, Erica and Tom are the white Simon Gabodia. We'll get into Simon's fraudulent ass in a second, because I'm working on the video for him too. We'll get into Simon's fraudulent ass in a second. You know, if this is what you came for, you're going to get that, right? But the fact that two things can only be true. One, you're a goddamn liar. Tom wasn't cheating, or he was cheating and you weren't going to leave him for cheating. Even if you had 20 million your thing, you were like, whatever, girl, I'm not worried about some side going, you know, I'm not worried about some side chick when I'm like the queen of the mansion. Or, which I think is more relevant, which if I was a prosecutor, I would, not prosecutor, but if I was the plaintiff's attorney and the trustee's attorney, I would zoom in on is, why didn't you think that 20 million was yours? Why didn't you think that you could walk away with 20 million in your account? Is it because even though Tom was transferring that money to your account, you knew and Tom knew that that money was not yours? Both of you guys knew that that money wasn't yours. So both of you guys knew that money wasn't yours. Whose money was it? It was your husband's, which means that basically he was doing a very fancy Beverly Hills rich man's version of like, babe, hold this stack. You know that you're holding your drug dealer boyfriend's money, but you can't spend it. You can't spend it because you know if you do, it's going to be questions and you're going to do. Erica really, really messed herself up with that. I also don't like the way, I know I'm like griping about Erica. Yo, if I was one of the ladies on the cast, Erica really, remember when she made, not this episode, but last episode, she made those comments like, you can smell weakness, the rats are sinking. Erica really thinks she runs those goddamn ladies, and she is really walking around, right? Really, oh, thank you, Tawanda. She is really walking around like she runs those girls. If I was those girls, I would really just be like, that's my personality. Just because you tried to put your foot on my neck, guess what? We have a problem, and I don't care if both of us go down because I'm not living like this on my knees. Erica swears she is running those girls. It's weird that she's going through a bullying tactic. It lets me know that she's not the victim, and she still has expressed no regret for the victims. No matter what she says on Beverly Hills, and she's not even shedding a tear. Those tears with that fake Wet n Wild mascara, that 99 cents NYX mascara that was running down her face because she wanted sympathy, was sympathy for herself. Everybody kept saying from that episode that like Garcelle and Sutton were the real MVP, and Crystal too. That's funny. Because Crystal was so silent, I actually forgot she was there. Crystal, and I get it, Crystal didn't want to be drawn into some shit, but Crystal didn't say shit. She was just looking. And to tell you the truth, Garcelle didn't say much either. Now, I know she had heat for Dorit, but that's because Dorit was getting on her last nerves. The only person I really saw getting to task is Erica. Now, I know I'm a Sutton and Erica. Now, I know people do edit scenes, so maybe there was a lot more said, but where is this thing where everybody's saying that like Garcelle and Crystal were like, yeah, Ramesses up. They literally act like Sutton was like, I came here to do something and this and that. And they were in the back like, ram her ass up, ram her ass up, ram her ass. I was just like, where is this like the triple Powerpuff Girl shit? They were just in the back looking like, oh. And when Erica was coming, when Erica was saying like, oh, you care about your reputation? Erica Girardi, all you do is care about your reputation. Lisa Rinna and them are, here's the thing, when I saw the Last Supper, right? They were really playing rich women politics. They didn't care about what was happening with Erica. They really didn't definitely care about what's happening from the widows. They're so far removed that they just didn't want to look like the bad guy. So when Erica wasn't around, they were like, oh my God, the widows and children, because they don't care. So they're going by what, oh, I should probably care about the women and children. When Erica was there, they started floating toward Erica because Erica was like, they started floating toward Erica because Erica was crying. So they're like, oh, I don't want to seem like to be the bad person. Yes, this is a what is it? Going back to like what happened with Denise, and nobody wants to be the bad person after the way he dragged them. But it's just actually sickening, the arrogance, the entitlement, and the sheer aggression that Erica is showing all those ladies and the way they're bowing down. And Lisa Rinna, the way she's standing by Erica, Lisa Rinna, I know, is a groupie. She is a groupie, but she's also jealous because just like I feel like in all those years, Denise was always the prettier one. I know Rinna's pretty, but you know what I'm saying. Denise Richards was hot shit. She still is hot shit. She's an actress. She knows a lot of people, and she was the highest paid on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm sure at a point, because Rinna got made relevant where Beverly Hills, she harbored a lot of jealousy toward her, and she couldn't wait to take Denise down because she never liked Denise, and she was just waiting for opportunity, and she did. Rinna with Erica, she really does think that Erica's going to push by this, but the Ronald Richardson, which is one of the attorneys that Erica tried to get moved off the case, literally brought in Lisa Rinna, her business manager, and their accountant, because Erica said to say, okay, what's going on? And the thing is, Erica keeps saying, oh, I didn't depose. No, what'd she say? I didn't invest in Rinna Beauty, right? I didn't invest in Rinna Beauty, but she never said Tom didn't. She didn't say the LLC didn't. And I do think they have some type of business connection, because you can't tell me. Erica's absurd thing that you shouldn't worry about your reputation. This isn't worrying about reputation. This is honestly, when people are accused of fraud, embezzlement, and all that shit on this bigger scale, the federal prosecutors, because it's a federal and then the state, they literally are like barracudas, and they go after anyone that's next to you. Y'all can be stupid if you want. Again, if somebody was a close friend, and I say close friend, I mean someone that's like family or a family member, yeah, I would stand beside them quietly. Because when I tell you, when feds and when it turns criminal, and when local anything with fraud, when they get involved, they go after everybody. They don't care. Everybody gets that work. So why would you be an idiot and stand and be like, yeah, I'm 10 toes down? Because they're like, yeah, bet, bring them in too. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of legal advice. Sometimes you have to support people quietly, because if you show any type of alliance, they will drag your ass too, right? Listen, Piscean Beauty, I see what you're saying. I think that Rinna thought so too. But I literally, the more and more this goes and the way she keeps sticking up, I really do think that somehow either their funds are intermingled, or Tom did a favor for Rinna, just like Tom probably did a favor for Dorit and probably did a favor for Kyle. But Kyle's smart. But I just don't understand. Sutton is on the heads of charities. Her reputation is how her money comes. Everybody thinks that she's loyal, that she's honest, and that she has a good heart. This is how you get on the boards of charity. And this is where a lot of Sutton's work comes from. To be around people that robbed widows and children and are thieves. Yes, it is her reputation, which I'm going to protect my reputation, but two, this is how her money comes. So what are you talking about? Like, I didn't get it. But I got it in the fact that they were in their own thing. Because the one thing I will say from Beverly Hills, everyone from besides Sutton and Garcelle, and maybe to a certain point, Crystal, was acting like the victims just didn't actually exist. You know, another thing I want to talk about with this, Erica's assertion about, I hope the people get paid. Remember when Kempire Daily he was covering the auction, and I think they probably made, I don't know, $50 because they were like auctioning off dumb stuff. Erica had the nerve to tweet, oh, now this auction's over, maybe we can move forward and everybody can receive their money. You know that was just a drop in the bucket, and you know that the private plane, that's why you got subpoenaed and your assets got frozen. The private plane, all your assets and everything have to be sold. But the one thing that everybody keeps forgetting is, and this is the part that freaks me out, Tom was getting 40% off these multi-million dollar settlements, right? You mean to tell me with 40%, and he said in 1 year his company was going to make $90 million because he was like, Tom was literally Simon Gabodia and everybody. He was lying to everybody, borrowing from people. And literally when somebody's like, well, how are you going to secure this loan? He's like, no, I'm going to give you my profits. He would go to 2 other legal places because people loan lawyers money until their cases come through. Yo, I'm going to give you the same case. So basically 3, 4, 7 different people thought that they had security off of the same pot of money. If you had made 90 million in 1 year and you got 90 million in legal fees, because when you get that 40%, you get the 40% plus you get your legal fees. So this is big, big money, right? They're both paid to the lawyer, but they're 2 separate. You mean to tell me that you had 90 million in legal fees that you got paid, plus you got 40% of all the settlements, and you still had to steal from wives, you still had to steal from victims, burn victims, you still had to steal from widows. The fact that Erica knows all this and she's fighting tooth and nail not to give a penny back, y'all can keep defending Erica if you want. And let's talk about the threat she says she's getting in her DMs. Y'all, it's funny how now Erica wants to show, first of all, she's trying to show all these people that are threatening her, which is really 2 people. And second of all, you cannot tell me that those aren't accounts that they made themselves. Because it's like the way Mark Daly tried to say that he was getting threats over Brooklyn. And I was like, yeah, who was the person that threatened you? You know, Daly Arc? Like, seriously, Mark Daly, who literally his like dark Mealy, like, who was threatening you? I literally think this is just all a big scam, and they like, oh, thank you, B. They like running scams. They like running scams, right? Okay, let's see what everybody's saying, right? It's time to check out Erica Rena. Yeah, I think it's the fake accounts that she made, because you cannot tell me this is not the first time that she's actually received this type of stuff. And it's funny that it's happening now. And it's funny that as much as you're saying, because she's trying to use this for legal stuff because they want the document sealed, saying that if you let everybody know, I'm going to receive more threats. They want the court to seal all the documents in the case so we don't know what's going on, right? We don't know the extent. It's not, I don't think it's going to happen because the judge doesn't seem really sympathetic, but it's almost like out of all the stuff that you've done, and I'm talking about the people that are literally burn victims, and that's all that's happened. You only got 2 people in your inbox you can show us. So basically it's not happening. Basically, even 3 times you need it for the charm. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? Listen, every Housewives franchise has a scandal. Bravo just had to turn over footage for that. Tom's ass like moved, everybody's making this big deal that he moved out of the mansion and moved into assisted living. Y'all, that is a Bill Cosby. That is a Harvey Weinstein. That is a con. He's moving out of assisted living because he's trying to act like he is like, oh, where am I? What's my name? Ooh, who's this pretty blonde woman laying in my bed? It's like when you look at the legal documents, there are voicemails that they submitted in evidence, because you can go and look at the evidence. I'm going to make a video breaking this down and other stuff that I learned, right? If you guys also want to see it, Salt made a video too that's inspired my video. It's actually a really good video. My video is going to be in a different direction, but go ahead and check out Alex because he breaks down the basics really well. But my whole point is, when you get, let me make sure I'm not missing any super chats. Are y'all sending super chats? And also, I see there's 304 people in this chat, y'all. Let me go check. There better be 304 likes. There better be, I don't even care if there's 304 dislikes. How many likes do I have? Hold on. How many likes do I have? I have 119 likes. Do we need to talk? Didn't I tell y'all to keep this Simon goddamn Iori Gabodia shit out of my chat? Y'all sitting here watching me running my mouth on vacation, and only 119 of y'all hit that like button. y'all ain't seeing the heaven. I'm going to keep talking because that's what I do. But let me tell you, y'all ain't seeing heaven. Y'all, people that Simon Gamodia people are not, and Erica Jayne. Yo, imagine if Simon and Erica started dating. It would be the scam of the century. There's 119 likes. Really? That's what we doing? That's what we doing? Okay, I'm gonna remember y'all. I'm gonna remember y'all. Okay, so listen, thank you. Hit the like button. I'm gonna remember y'all. So anyway, hit that damn dislike button. I don't care. Just give me some like interaction. Or for $4.99 a month, you can join my memberships. Okay, so listen, back to what I was saying. It's all a con, him moving into assisted living because he has to prove that he was dementia. The only thing that the courts are looking at him like, is he for real with that bullshit? Is because he was the sole owner and he kept a vice-like grip on all the finances and all the creditors that he was scamming and robbing Peter and play Paul. They weren't just sitting there quietly. They were like almost every month, where is our money? Hello, Tom, where is our money, right? He was leaving complicated voicemails. He was writing long letters to them being like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, this and that. He was literally running circles around them and this and that. You cannot expect someone to believe that you are in any type of mental decline, but you are single-handedly running a law firm. And the thing is about running a law firm, you're single-handedly robbing Peter to play Paul and making all these smoke screens and making all these lies that you hope nobody sees through. But we're supposed to believe that you are diminished capacity. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. But Erica knows that at this point, she should be concerned that they're going to pierce that corporate veil. And this LLC and corporation protection that she swears she has is going to go bye-bye. When did they do this? I think it was around December 14th. Or his shit got frozen because she started saying, like, there was this French company where she started saying, oh, I'm selling all my stuff online. And the people, the lawyers that were representing the Bally people literally petitioned the court and was like, no. Even if she had nothing to do with it, they are still married. This is all community property. And it looks like she's selling community property and she's selling it from a company that is a French company overseas. If the money goes to that French company, the French company can hold and hide that money for her. And the federal government has no way to get it because there's restrictions to how much you can go, right? You know, yeah, if you hate Erica, smash the like button. But yo, that Erica rah bully shit, you can tell that I wasn't meant, right? Yes, he isn't diminished, but he greased the palms of the decision maker. Exactly. Let me tell you something. We live in a society, especially law. People think that we're run by moral law. Moral law is when you're saying that there is an innate, just, divine, universal law that we all live by. You know, don't bite the hand that feeds you. You know, treat others the way you want. But people forget that that's not the type of law that we believe in. We believe in Anglo-Saxon law that literally originated in Queen Elizabeth's court. We believe in Anglo-Saxon law, which is a law is nothing but a reflection of what society deems acceptable. So if society deems smacking you 6 times in the face every morning acceptable, you legally can't get slapped in the face 6 times acceptable. Now, in America, we do have our Constitution. If something is not constitutional, then it is illegal. But do you know how hard it is to prove? Sorry, I'm trying to assassinate a mosquito that keeps fucking with me. Fuck around and find out, mosquito. I'm gonna get it next time, right? But if you, but anyway, back to my point, something can be unjust and be perfectly lawful. And a lot of times we assume that once a law get involved, you're going to get justice. Not necessarily. It depends who it is. Because as we see in America, the more money you have, the less the law applies to you. I really do think laws were made for poor people. Laws were made for middle-class people because people that have money do what they want, you know? Listen, let me tell y'all something about the women being, let me tell y'all something about the women being intimidated by the bass in Erica's voice. Do you know another reason why Erica's making you so mad? Because if you go to Harvard, right, or Yale, or any Ivy League school, but like in the top 5 tier, right, top 3, they have courses for leadership. Now, it's not leadership like for regular people. They're not teaching you how to lead your McDonald's team to victory. It's leadership because they assume, especially with Harvard and the Kennedy School of Government, most of the people that attend there literally are revolutionary leaders from overseas. They're all the rich kids, the generals, the presidents, and this and that. They're the kids of the ruling elite. And they're also people that have very, very important positions in foreign government. Harvard, a lot of people do say they literally do kind of educate, so everybody has the same groupthink, worldview. It's a new type of imperialism, right? But in these schools, the Kennedy School of Government, there's one class where they teach negotiation tactics. One of the things that they teach you to get power, and again, this doesn't work in real life. And I'll tell you why. One of the ways they teach you to get power is in negotiations, is to walk into the room and speak in a low monotone voice, right? And that's how you assert your power. Because if you make everybody listen or you never modulate your voice, you've established the power in the room. And they also teach you, right, that when people ask you a question, the way you assert power is to answer with a question. The thing is that they forget to teach you is that only works when you already walked into the room of all the power. See, the president or the president's son or the prime minister's son or the prime minister's daughter or the cabinet, the chief of staff or whatever, can walk into a room and be like, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you think? Where do you think the money went? They can do that shit because they already walked in with the power and people are already listening to you anyway. Let the fucking office assistant walk in and be like, I don't know. What do you think? It's all a dream. And you will be fired in 2 seconds, right? Erica, as much as she lied saying that she has not consulted lawyers, that's a lie because you have lawyers. There's no way you can have lawyers and not consult with them. That's what lawyers are paid to do. It's malpractice if they don't consult with you, right? But even then, Erica went to hardcore PR. She literally had you guys think I'm joking. Mark my words, it's going to come out. She literally had a fucking Olivia Pope come in and teach her how to respond on camera, how to answer that, how to even modulate her voice. Everybody was clowning her, but I was like, yo, this is what they teach you in the Harvard Kennedy School of Government. Well, I guess what we can say is, and then lower, and then even every single time that like Sutton says something, trying to ice, what do you think happened? Where do you think the money is? To which in real life, it never really works because people be like, what do you mean? Where do I think the money is? You were the one sleeping with Tom. Where is the money? But it's enough to throw most people off because most people are not used to people answering a question with the question. I've been trained in that. I know how to do that. So when people do that, I'm just like, but I'm not, what do you mean? Where do I think? If I knew where I think, I would call the courts right now. I'm asking you because you were the one sleeping with Tom. I'm asking you because you were the one that has the Amex bill. I'm asking you where the money was. Do you know? Even the way when they asked her questions, all of a sudden she would get real quiet, right? All of a sudden she would get real quiet and then somebody would answer for her. That's another negotiation tactic that they teach you in the Harvard Kennedy School of Government. I said, yeah, you had a crisis manager. And a lot of crisis managers are educated from there. So when you have your crisis manager come in, and I was just looking at what she was saying, what she was doing, the way she was acting, you guys go rewind that dinner scene and just see what she was doing. That was literally crisis PR management 101. Erica did a clunky job of it, but a lot of those girls are intimidated by how aggressive she comes off. So they really don't know what to do. And I'll tell you what also, sorry, this mosquito has a death wish. It's like just everywhere. I'll tell you something else with that. Erica, truly, like nobody really knew where the chips were going to fall. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Erica is at one point, and her and Tom were super, super powerful. So nobody knew where the chips were going to fall. So nobody wanted to get on her bad side. And that was what she was exploring. Y'all, Erica's trash. Rinna is trash. I'm waiting for Garcelle to be the savior y'all talk about. Don't get me wrong. I love Garcelle. I love the way she be digging in Dorit's ass. I love the way she was just like, well, let's talk about it, hun. When Dorit was like, I have a problem with you, and called her a bully and dropped it like it was a slur. But this is that rich Beverly Hills Housewives thing where, certain cultures, the most horrible thing you can do is be aggressive. And she dropped that bomb. And Garcelle was like, let's talk about it, hon. And then end up with like, F you, and F you too. I said, that's my Saggy queen getting in there, starting off calm. Listen, Erica is playing the dog mess out of those women. She is playing the, hey, what's up, Rim? Thank you very much, Rim, for the super chat. Thank you, Rim. Also, you guys, I did start memberships of my channel. It's only $5.99 a month. You can cancel it anytime. Support me. And also, if you are a member, you get a little special badge, and then I can see you in the stream, and I can shout you out. And it's easier for me to see your questions because there's always usually a million questions going by, so I miss a lot. But if you're a member or if you super chat me, I always see your questions, just hustling, right? Listen, Dorit is annoying, but it was a failed attempt to give her a storyline. And plus, at the end of the day, like, no one really cares. I know Garcelle does because her sister, and I know Sutton does because her reputation. Also, Sutton is just like, what's going on? In Sutton's world, which is a world of charity and being on boards, there's a million Tom Girardis. Y'all keep acting like just because someone pulls up in a Maybach, just because somebody has a house, y'all keep acting like they are infallible, right? It's $4.99. $4.99. Sorry. I'm like 99. It's $4.99, right? But listen, y'all keep acting because somebody pulls up in a Maybach, because somebody has on an Hermes belt, and because somebody has rented things, that they are not scamming. You guys need to know that, especially when you start getting up there with people that have money, you walk into a room and a lot of people be singing like, there's a whole lot of money in this, but people that know, when you walk into a room, there might be 20 people and it looks like it's a whole lot of money, but truth be told, maybe 13 people actually have that money. And out of that 13, only 7 of that money is stable, actual wealth. The other ones are like, kind of like doing a Tom Girardi. Sutton knows that. She hangs in those circles. She knows that there's a lot of smoke and mirrors. And that's why she literally didn't just leave it on surface. She read the article and then she investigated. And that's one thing about smoke and mirrors. When you even scratch the surface, it all starts coming down. And a big way you can tell somebody's smoke and mirrors is because they constantly try to keep up on the image. You expose one lie, they pop up with another lie. You expose that as a lie, they pop on another, right? But it's a certain type. And once you see it once, twice, 6 times, you're just like, yeah, I get it. It's a lot of trust fund kids acting like they have careers and acting like their money is made through work when it's really made through their family, right? And they done lost like $5 million in the last 6 years. There's a lot of Simon Gabodias. There's a lot of Tom Girardis. There's a lot of Erica Girardis, right? There's a lot in there. And Sutton sees that, and Sutton knows that. And that's why as soon as she saw it, she's like, yeah, Erica's lying because the shit's not making sense. Plus, how Sutton let it slip out. You actually know somebody that left the firm. So lawyers do talk. I'm more than sure that a bunch of lawyers shared their horror stories and they were just like, yo, stay away from them, right? Stay away. Listen, no, let's see. Oh, no, we haven't talked about Simon yet. Okay. Y'all ready to transition to Simon, or should we say on Housewives, right? Yes, T. Cohen, I'm reporting from Simcoe Petroleum. Yo, so Simcoe's lifestyle brand doesn't have a working website, but that's nothing. Let's talk about Simon. Where do we start? For one, his narcissism is showing. How do we know that? Well, this is my evidence. Somebody sent me a thing, right? I don't go on his page, but I'm more than happy to look at the post that you guys send me, right? They literally sent, we're going to talk about all of it. Yeah, Up and Adams says the Girardi firm actually owes over 100 million. They owe more than 100 million, which lets me think they didn't spend that money. They did not spend that money. That money is in an offshore account. There are forensic accountants right now looking for it. Granted, they might have spent 40, 50, 60, even 80 million of it. There's still money left. There honestly is, right? So listen, we're going to go back and forth between Simon and between the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And we're also going to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac and this dumb colorism that's going on. And we're also going to talk about just how Man, Wendy, but you know what? I really love Wendy because I don't know what possessed Giselle, Robin, and I like Giselle and Robin, Ashley, to literally think that Wendy was some meek mouse that they could bully and get in a thing. Wendy's a lot of things, but she is not meek, and Wendy is quick with the comebacks. I don't know why they thought they were going to bully her and she was just going to shrink into a corner. And even Ashley, before she left for milk, was like literally gloating, like, did you see Wendy? And Wendy went and got a drink. They thought she was running and came back with her mojito and sat down and be like, now let's go. Let's go. But listen, Simon posted this thing. And this is what I mean about people being smoke and mirrors, right? I'm not here to convince anyone. You make up your own mind, right? But he posted a thing saying that, like, you know, I'm so honored to have people at my house for this thing, blah, 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 blah. You know, and blessed we can make some change. This is the first thing you learn about a scam. First of all, when you host people for an event for politicians at your house, yes, it is a place not of honor, but it's basically saying that you literally told the campaign, right? I do have a little experience in politics. You literally told the campaign that if you have a fundraiser at my house, I guarantee that we will raise this much money. If you do not raise the money, you have to give the money yourself. Now, you guys might be like, oh, look, even if so, that proves that he has money or he has connections. Listen, we see from Tom Girardi, just because people with money hang around you does not mean they're in your bank account. They don't know what's going on. They're trying to get something too. Tom Girardi was one of the biggest donators to Gavin Newsom, who was the governor of California. And now look at him. It means that, okay, you have enough money to donate, and politicians don't do background checks. They just do whatever they want, right? Two, for this esteemed thing that you're so proud to be a part of, why didn't you list what it was? You literally posted, and Porsha, high five, babe, you with the real movers and shakers. But he didn't even list in the post that the person sent me what they were actually doing, what good was coming out. This is what I mean about running a scam. He literally puts shit on his Instagram feed. So if a dummy wants to invest in him or wants to do whatever, they're just like, yo, he must be something, because he's in all these people that are in politics, and people with money came to my house. It proves nothing except for the fact that you made a donation to a campaign. And we all know when you're running a scam, you got to spend money to make money. And two, people that have influence that don't know your budget, don't know where you get your money. They don't even know your last name. All they know is you look like a melted Hershey Kiss and you're hosting some political event and their friends are going, and that's it. That is it. That's it. And Porsha, you with the real movers and shakers, but doing what? The fact that everybody is overlooking the fact that that doesn't mean anything. All it means is you have enough money to spend and donate, but isn't it the mark of a con, spending money to make money? Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? Simon having a conversation with Black men about being a father. Now, my memory, recollections may vary, but I do believe from like just, word on the street that Simon has 5 kids, right? Simon's 2 oldest kids don't even really mess with him like that. But more importantly, even Simon admitted that he didn't put his kids through college. He wasn't even an involved parent. He wasn't around. So does that mean that by Simon's own thing, he wasn't a parent to his kids? But let's take it a step further. His last 2 boys, like he said, how involved was he with those boys before Falynn came along? Seriously. His last daughter that he pops up as his pride and joy, she's the youngest. It looks like she requires the least of him, but more than that, she doesn't even live in the same country as you. So it's easy to play weekend daddy. I'm just confused at how Simon, daddy to all, father to none, is literally giving anybody, especially Black men, a lecture on what it means to be a father. I find it very offensive that I'm about to get into my bag. I find it very offensive that Porsha Peach Juice Williams, who is said to be the head of a civil rights family, a great legacy, involved in Black Lives Matter, down for the people, down for the cause, our savior, right? And her boyfriend that hasn't done shit for the cause except for hold up a little CVS poster board with a big pen written saying, I am a man, scratch that, I am a milk dud, right? He hasn't done anything. He has not done anything for the cause besides do that, and criticize, three things, tell us that him and Porsha are the example of Black love that's so sorely needed. Talk about your own fucking backyard. We cool over here with Black love, and we have healthy examples of love. And three, now all of a sudden, your fiance, right, is literally on Instagram saying, I want to direct this toward Black men. Why not just direct it to me? Because if you knew anything about fucking America, you would know that there are more white single mothers, and I'm not turning this into race. I'm just saying that I don't understand how a Black man, Simon can talk that Nigerian shit all he wants, and this is no disrespect for anybody from Nigeria, but when the police pull you over, you are a Black man. So the fact that you're trying to separate yourself from this, right? You didn't say about any other race. You just talk about Black men. Where, as far as I can see, when it comes to Native Black Americans, people that were born in this country and have severed all ties from whatever homeland they came from centuries ago, you don't know shit about us. Your fiance is supposed to, but the fact that, because what is it? At first I thought she was beefing with Dennis, and that was about goddamn Dennis. And I was just like, how is it that this MFer came into your life, got like Polaroids of your daughter sitting on his lap, right? Polaroids of your daughter sitting on his, Simon doesn't even have pictures of his own kids sitting on his lap. Flip through his Instagram. Every picture he takes of his kids, and I'm a big fan of photo assumption. Every picture he takes with his kids, and mind you, when I say every picture, I mean the ones that y'all sent to me, the kids are at a distance. I've never seen any pictures when they're all laying on dad. Like, no, the most they do is put their head right there. His own goddamn kids, his own goddamn daughter, his own goddamn sons, ain't not one picture of them sitting on his lap. But your daughter is sitting on his lap? Seriously, the fact that this man kept, but then I was like, no, because we're going to get to this, because Falynn's ex, named Sharon, I think his name is Sharon. I don't know how to pronounce it. In fact, we'll call him S, right? S, the designer, Falynn's ex, right? We see Falynn has a type, right? No shade to her. But, well, no, that's not true, because Jaylen, but he's getting it. He's young. Maybe she likes ambitious men, right? That might be him, because Jaylen's young, but he seems like he's getting it too. So maybe she likes ambitious men, you know? And you know what it is with ambitious men. If they don't have it, they'll have it soon, right? But my whole point is, you literally don't know shit about the Black community. You've never been involved in anything. You didn't even really say shit about Black Lives Matter. The only thing you did was high five when Biden got elected, and everybody was doing that, right? You're sitting here having a conversation, literally, and Porsha fucking big up and did 6.4 million. You are literally having a conversation shaming your own people. And I know Simon doesn't think he's American Black, but baby, when people see you, all they see is American Black until you open your mouth and they're just like, I don't know what it is. And then they're just like, wait, is he Black or half Ewok? I'm confused. I'm confused, right? Chewbacca, right? You know, I'm gonna have a conversation. Let me explain. I'm saying I'm being a father. You ain't never been a father to who, as far as I can see. And even this, you fucking abandoned Falynn's boys when you broke up to go packing your whole bag and going on vacation. The level of disrespect that I feel like he has toward my community, and y'all can argue with me when you want. I'm Black. I will always rep my set. I don't care. The level of disrespect, when you say that dumb shit, you're talking about my brothers, my uncles, my cousins. You're talking about my neighbors. You're talking about the guy that's packing my food. You're talking about the guy driving past me with a Maybach. How fucking dare you sit there and talk publicly about my people in such a condescending tone when, sir, you are the nigga that's looking for you. Yes, you. You're the one that needs to learn how to be a father. You're the one that needs to learn how to parent. You're the one that needs to learn how to emotionally provide for and financially provide for. I know Porsha thinks that she got something because he's pouring all his shit into PJ. Just watch until, because I believe that people don't change their stripes. I give them an opportunity, but there is nothing in his actions, from what I've heard, from what I've seen, that leads me to believe. Just wait until he starts getting in your ass saying that PJ's going to grow up to be like her mom, that he's the best thing that happened to PJ, that without him, PJ's this and that. Just wait till he starts ripping that apart. The only reason he's even trying to play father to PJ is because it's a con. And let's talk about this PR campaign that literally is happening with the family show. Now, and it's disgusting because Porsha posting a heart spinning over that milk dudd's head. And I'm just like, there's some people to me
and this has nothing to do with his looks. There are some people to me that are so spiritually unattractive that there is nothing you can do at all to make them attractive. And that milk debt is one of them, right? Literally trying to cram down our throats that this is a symbol of Black love. And it really, really made me upset. As y'all can tell, right? I'm on my soapbox. I'm about to get off the soapbox in a second. But it really made me upset that, listen, in our community, we can roll our eyes at these dumb guys, but they literally do. Literally, their housewives go to London, they go to Africa, they go to Japan. It's all worldwide, right? People are literally looking at you guys as an example of what things happen in the community. It's like if somebody told me a show about Native American, Reservation Dogs. That's a really good show. If you guys haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's on Hulu. Reservation Dogs. It's about these 4 or 5 young kids that live on an Indian reservation, and it's really funny. It's a comedy, right? That's like, I don't know anything about, well, I know a little bit about Native American culture, but not enough ever to say that I'm anywhere near authoritative. If I see people that are supposed to be not educating me, but they are Native American, if they tell me it's A, B, and C in their culture, I'm like, oh, okay, right? The fact that Porsha Williams is supposed to be from a goddamn civil rights family, and she has her dumb ass milk debt fiance talking about this is going out to Black men in particular. You better be looking in a mirror. Who are you talking to? Who are you disrespecting? Who are you marginalizing? Who are you taking all of these stereotypes about Black? And I'm not defending Black men. They can defend themselves. This isn't it. I'm talking about how dare you push along further stereotypes, because you have a personal vendetta with what? A man that is actually doing more than you, a man that is actually positive, a man that actually stepped up and I'm talking about Sharon, right? A man that actually stepped up, helped raise, no, you don't help, but you raised 3 boys, right? You raised 3 boys. You were down for them. You kept in touch, and you still have a very respectful, beautiful opinion about Falynn. You're super jealous that this guy is living the life that you want. I don't care what y'all say it is. He has the house you want. He has the women you want. He has the clout you want. He has the talent you want. He has the real shit that you want. He's actually involved in giving back to the community. I did a little research on him. He's actually involved in giving back to the community. He's actually involved with uplifting the younger generation. He's actually walking like he's talking. Now, do I know him personally? No. Is he the second coming of Jesus? I don't know. But I can say that for what he puts out about positivity and providing role models and actually having real jobs and real money, he walks it like he talks it. But like most con artists, you don't like what's real. You don't like what's real. You can't stand what's real. Remember when Simon posted that shit about his trucking company talking about he's a job creator? To which I said, Negro, shut up. If that's the case, then all the maids in the houses we have I'm a job creator too. You know, let me call my housekeepers up and be like, would you like to testify about me being a goddamn job creator, right? But also, I'm going to do a video about that because, again, it's all smoke and mirrors. Can we literally have a survey? Right? Yeah, exactly. Janine, he's from Camden, New Jersey. He definitely started from the bottom listen, Sharon doesn't even just have a business. He is a designer. He knows a lot of cool people. He has a fleet in cars. He has many, many houses. And unlike Simon, he's not worried about selling them. He doesn't have to go to Costa Rica and pretend like he's having rentals. He doesn't have to lie about having Airbnbs doesn't have to lie about having properties in Nigeria. Simon is a jealous-hearted man. And what does it say? What does it say that his fiance is sitting there bigging him up? You're so obsessed with Falynn and so mad you lost her. Y'all can talk shit about Falynn all you want being pregnant. First of all, this is a pro-woman channel. Listen, I don't care what Falynn did. A baby is a goddamn blessing. And when I see Falynn, I don't care if she has 15 baby daddies. All her kids are healthy, well-fed, and well-loved. For God's sakes, we have to get out of this mentality that babies are a curse. You see what I'm saying? In my community, the Black community, babies are not a curse. They are the biggest blessing. They are the biggest wealth you can have to actually have healthy, well-loved, and well-fed kids. That is everybody's dream. That's why everybody's working a billion hours so they can actually have, most people, so they can have healthy, well-loved children, right? I don't care what Falynn does with her uterus. And I'm never going to care because this is a pro-woman channel. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care, right? However, right? The fact that Simon is so obsessed with Falynn. Y'all can say what he wants. He cannot get over the fact that he lost this woman. He cannot, because he can't move on. When you are really happy, you don't really care what your ex is doing. We've all had relationships. We've all had relationships where maybe the person left and we didn't want. We've all had relationships where all this stuff happened, I would assume, right? The fact that you can't move on, the fact that you got peach juice, twerking it, dropping like it's hot, having strippers for your birthday dinner, and you still have time to not even mess with Falynn, but to go after her last relationship with you. And when I looked at his page, because Simon is like a mimic, he always tries to play cool dad, right? And that's when I saw Sharon, and I was like, okay, he's a designer. He has natural style, right? But you know, people that have natural style, they're always pushing the envelope, right? My style is more safe. Show a little this, put some lipstick on, throw some jewelry on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I keep it simple, right? I go for sex appeal, right? Sharon's a designer, so he goes for that MIA cutting edge style. You know what I'm saying? But there's a stream of coolness to it. Like he has, that's what I'm trying to say. He has taste, right? Now, whether that taste is your taste, whatever. Simon, when he's wearing his mismatched Hanes Her Way, the Juicy Couture red terry pull-up, right? And the Hanes Her Way red sweats that aren't even the same fabric or the same color, and those damn black Nikes, and the dad black socks pulled over with the thing sitting there like, right? Sitting there like on the plane. I literally was like, that's what it is. That's why you're getting so mad. You're cosplaying. You're cosplaying. It would literally be like me going to middle school and trying to, and like talking to kids like, hey guys, what's up? Did you guys hear the new DaBaby? Is this what y'all wearing? You know, ooh, I see you guys like pink wigs, and me showing up in high school with a goddamn AliExpress pink wig, and they're just like, what is she doing? Hey guys, did you guys hear the new Little Dirk? Do you guys like Chief Keef? Love Sosa? That's what Simon reminds me of. And the sad thing is, right? The sad thing is when people think you have money, they will feed into it. He got Porsha's ass up and down there looking stupid, dumb. But at this point, I can't blame him anymore. I can't. Well, yeah, I can. I'll blame him. I can still blame him, right? Listen, I can still blame him. He is obsessed with the Falynn's past relationship, Sharon, right? He is obsessed with Falynn. He's obsessed with that baby coming. He's obsessed with Jayne. If I was Porsha, I would have packed my bags and left. You're not going to keep embarrassing me. And the fact that whatever he's telling Porsha, she's believing it. But at this point, what? But then again, we all know that Porsha, like, from what we've seen, I don't know her personally, right? But from what I've seen, it's just like whatever. Speaking of which, y'all, the damn family show is going to be, I'm going to do a video about Simon because that's another thing. Can we take a poll? Where does Simon's money comes from? Now, here's the thing. I'm never in anybody's pockets, but I'm in his pockets right now. Where does his money come from? Because all his businesses he touts out, that Republic restaurant, I know for a fact, they said he's an owner. He's not listed as any of the owners. Now, he might be an investor, but why is it that the people that run Republic, right? And I'm not talking about Michael. I'm talking about the one guy that's the big money. And then I think it's Michael's older brother, Alex. Why? They don't follow Simon. They don't mess with Simon. They keep Simon far away. They don't even mess with Simon like that. Cut to Simon begging them for a photo tomorrow so he can post on Instagram, right? But my whole point with that is when it comes to, what just happened to my computer? I think my Mac charger is dying. I go through like a Mac charger a week. Those cords just don't add up. Anyway, none of them mess with Simon. Republic, where's your money coming from? At most, you're an investor in Republic. You're definitely not an owner because you're not listed on, hey, what's up? What's going on? Oh, thank you, EBSQ. Have fun at work. No, I'm literally, where does his money come from? That fucking truck interstate thing he does, guess what? Him saying he's a job creator and that's where his money comes from. Let me tell you something about that little trucking company. It's only one truck, 2 trailers, and 2 drivers missing, listed, right? And let me tell you something. There's something called the MTC 150. Anyone that has a transportation company has to log, because there were all these accidents, with the National Transportation website with the government. All this information is public record. You have to tell how many trucks you have, how many trailers you have, how many drivers you have, right? How many drivers you have, and biannually, you have to tell how many miles you've driven. Now, just to put it in focus, the average miles that even a small trucking company drives, because they have to make their business, is well over 1 million miles a year. Keep that in mind, 1 million miles a year. This is for a very small company. I'm just saying small. Simon's saying he's doing all this big shit. I'm not even gonna do that. Let's just even compare you to a small. So the average trucking company that is his size, where you have one truck, 2 trailers, right? The trailers are the things that hitch onto the truck. You have 1 truck, 2 trailers, and you have 2 drivers listed, right? The average company of that size drives at least 1 million miles a year. Do you know what the average income from that company is? Between 80,000 and maybe 500,000 a year. This is the median average. That 500,000 a year is being super, super generous. It's almost unheard of. And 1 million miles. Let me tell you something. Do you know how many miles? And this is all on the National Board of Transportation. Do you know how many miles Simon's company drove last year? Do you know? 3,000 miles. His mileage report for 2021 was 3,000 miles. How is it that every other truck even make a living, it's doing a bare minimum of somewhere in the high 100,000s to 1 million miles, and this is minimum? People do even more miles. If anybody knows truckers, you know, and you got 3,000 miles down. You're talking about you're a fucking job creator and you can touch it and it's tangible and it's real. And then what are we talking about? You own 2 trailers, 1 truck, and you got 2 drivers. And I bet you anything, if I called the National Board of Transportation, because this is all public record, one of the drivers is probably Simon Gabodia. I'm just saying. I probably should call, shouldn't I? Just to see. Where's his money come from? Republic, he's not listed as any of the owners. He might be an investor, but when you're an investor, you're not the first person to get paid. You get a certain percentage. And don't get me wrong, I've heard Republic is jumping the hell off. I've heard Republic is a really good club in Atlanta, but is Republic pulling in multi-million dollars a year that Simon can even count on that income? Again, where is Simon Gabodia's incomes coming? I know he posted that dumb Instagram post saying he's going to be worth $1 billion. You know, the company he's invested in, he didn't say how much he was investing for. It's going to be worth between $1 billion and $2 billion in 1 to 4 years, right? But that's an investment, which I know isn't going to make him into a billionaire. The only thing that's going to make him into a billionaire is if he can cannibalize all of Porsha. Where does Simon's money come from? I'm sick of goddamn playing with people. I'm sick of people playing in my posts. I'm sick of people playing in my face. Everyone was like, see, and I don't think it was everyone. I think it was these paid posts. Was like, see, Simon got that. Simon doesn't have shit. He's still the same person we know sitting in Simcoe. And also that trucking company isn't even listed to transport hazardous materials. They don't even have a license to transport, well, not licensed, but they even said their use is not to transport hazardous materials. This is all in the national trucking. I think it's the MTC 150 report. Every trucking shipping company has to file it. It's public record. And if you call and ask them, they'll give you all the information you want. It is public record. The fact that Simon stood there with his stupid mismatched Juicy Couture, Hanes Herway red sweatshirt with his goddamn dad security socks pulled up, talking about I'm a job creator. I can see it. That's intangible. Do something real. Guess what, bitches? I'm a job creator too. You know what? We'll do a live and I'll have my housekeepers come and talk. My housekeeper come and talk because I'm a job creator too. And guess what? I employ more people than you too, right? Now cut to everybody being like, girl, shut up. Your boyfriend employs more people. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The point is I'm going to talk my mess. Okay, right? Listen. I'm a job creator with what? How? Where does his money come from? You're telling, first of all, that Costa Rica mansion, no. But let's just even play. You bought $1 million. You bought a $5 million house that is now under contract because I think it's being sold like I don't know, for like a little bit under 4.8 million. So they have a buyer. It's supposed to be in contract. But you bought making a trucking company that only did 3,000 miles. The average trucking company your size does between 750,000 and $1 million just to make a living. You did 3 Did you guys see how the zeros are missing? You did 3,000 miles and you're trying to say that you're a job creator? How much are you paying your truck drivers? $300 an hour, and they're still not even working that long because it doesn't take that long to drive 3,000 miles. Driving from here, let me pull out Google. How many miles from here to California? How many miles from here to California? Wait, I'm overseas. It just told me like 1 billion. From California to NYC. Hold on. I was like, oh, it's 1 billion? Hold on. Listen, to drive from here to California is 2,914 miles. So that means from driving from New York to California is 2,000. It's basically 3,000 miles. So that means that Simon's trucking company, which makes its money billing customers per mile, right? That means that you only, in this whole fucking year, we're almost in fucking what, December? And this whole year, you drove one way to California. You're trying to tell us that's where your money comes from. This is what I mean about liars. When are you? It's like, when I literally saw the MTC report, I guess Simon thinks people are stupid and just never check anything. I literally remember that meme that was like, why you always lying? I literally heard that. I literally heard it. And the way he dropped that post and was like, yeah, mic drop. Pity than you make it when you marry me. I'm a job creator. Pity than you make it when you marry me. Pity than you make it when you marry me. Pity than you make it when you marry me. Literally. And Porsha, that's right, babe. You are real. No, what did Porsha respond? Boss, B-O-S-S. Can someone please teach Porsha Williams how to Google? Because listen, I'm not a gold digger. No shade if you are. Get it how you live it, right? Get it how you live it, right? I'm no shade to anyone that's just like, listen, a man's gonna have to, and quite as it's kept, I don't even care because it's like, but I will say, right? I will say that if you are solely going after people for their net worth, goddamn, Google is your friend. Goddamn. Like literally, Google is your friend. Google is your friend, boss. Under him saying that he owns one. But I digress. You know what this is? We should actually be thanking Porsha because Porsha is a cautionary tale. She's a conversation. Let me tell you something. This is why they always tell you, listen, folks, I'm not an overly moral person. I mean, I live, I treat people the way I want, but I'm not, and when I say moral, I'm not an overly religious person. You can tell by my biblical references. I ain't never been in goddamn church, right? So it's just like, whatever. I'd be confusing Cain and Abel of Noah's Ark. Y'all know, right? But the thing is, this is why they tell you to stay out of other people's marriages, because you never know what's going on inside the marriage. The person that you're cheating with or the person that's in your ear is telling you their side, right? Here's what I think happened. This is TisaTellss, right? This is just me based on watch my videos if you want to know where it's based off of, right? This is just how I think it. Porsha went and she saw a marriage with problems, just like that Jessica Harris did. She saw a marriage with problems, right? What marriage, it could be said, doesn't have problems, but she saw a marriage with problems. And obviously there were problems, right? Now, from Falynn's interview, we haven't seen that, go watch it. There were big problems, right? I'm glad Falynn left. Regardless of what you think about Falynn, she was with somebody that has been confirmed through other people's opinion that is emotionally manipulative, emotionally abusive, liar, and basically sounds like a narcissist to me, right? But you saw marriage that had problems. Simon is an expert at playing victim. You saw even when he was like, I ain't know about people with his straw. I ain't know about people about me. And then he looked at Porsha. Porsha's like drunk out of her mind, sounded like, I'm just looking at my finest man. To which the world said, okay, right? So he's like, and he was sitting there trying. And if there's anything I can't stand, it's when I see a man trying to play weak. That annoys me. Like, some women like men that are like, I don't know, be my mommy. That is the biggest turn off to me. I'll be the first person to be like, tighten up. I don't want to hear that shit, right? When someone is just like, oh, and don't get me wrong, I listen to my man. It's like meeting emotional needs. But when somebody starts playing that victim role and you're the man, goddamn, you're supposed to be the rock. If the rock is crumbling, what are we really doing? There's never been, literally, I've had guys try to play that victim role with me, and I'll be like, yeah, I should go. You know what? Call me when you feeling better. And then I block them. I'm not down for men playing victim roles because I see what it is. My dad told me a long time ago, the number one character flaw to look out for men is men that have resentment. Men that think the world owes them something and they resent and they think that somehow the world cheated them. I'm not saying that the world didn't treat them, but you're a goddamn man. Goddamn, tighten up and get what's yours. Get what's yours. Because if I have to get what's yours or get what's ours, then what are we really, why are you here? Why are you here? Seriously, why are you here? So anyway, Porsha saw, Simon tried to play that victim role with her. It clearly worked. And here's what she saw. I think she saw a man that was 100 millionaire that had this pretty wife, right? Because Falynn's dropped it gorgeous and got a body to match. Even when she's pregnant, she's still doing it. Falynn got that body, right? So she saw 100 millionaire with a drop dead gorgeous wife, and she looked at his milk dud colored California raisin ass and was like, oh my God, did y'all see? Oh, that's a moth. Sorry. I'm like, did y'all see? There's a moth flying around. I'm not afraid of moths. Look at my moth friend, guys. Do you guys see it? Come here. There's a moth flying around. Oh, well, it's going to the light. Look at my little moth. Come here. Come here. Anyway, Mothy doesn't want to talk, right? We'll wait for him to make his cameo, right? Mothy. There was Palmy and now there's Mothy. So anyway, she saw a man, right? She saw a man that was 100 millionaire that had a beautiful wife, and the wife, to probably listen to Simon, was cheating on him, making a fool of him, this and that. She saw it at problems, and she looked at it and she said, you know what? Fallon's a damn fool. If he was with me, I wouldn't care. Like she literally thought that Falynn was fumbling the bag, right? I really do think this is what it was. And she stepped in to secure the bag. She literally probably looked at Falynn and was like, she's an idiot. Why is she treating him like this? Wouldn't be me. Meanwhile, Simon is love bombing the hell out of her, probably sending her gifts, acting like money's not a plane, sending his private plane to go get her, acting like money's not a thing. And she's just like, yo, and probably even sending her and her friends in the private plane. What guys do when they try to cap your head up, right? And she was just like, yo, like, Fallon's bumbling a bag. I'm gonna just pick that shit up. But this is why they tell you a cautionary tale to never get into other people's marriages. Because one, Porsha should have said, wait a second, why doesn't Falynn care about fumbling things with 100 millionaire that's supposed to love her and be supported and being the best dad to her kids? Granted, Falynn could have been a psycho, but as a woman, I would have been like, but let me just investigate, because there could be other reasons why. She's just like, man, peace out. I'll see you. But instead, she thought that she was securing the bag. And now that she's gotten the bag, like one of you guys said in the comments, she thought she was securing the bag and all she got was an old Crown Royal bag with pennies inside. And now she's sitting there holding the bag and she can't be like, anyway, forget about the engagement, guys. She's literally stuck holding the bag. She didn't do research. She didn't do this shit. And she's sitting there stuck holding the bag. And she has to stay there because literally all the effort and thing that she put into Simon, she could have literally put into anybody else that was on the same financial level he was and literally locked him down. And when I say that, Simon's not on a big financial level. Do you see what I'm saying? So now you're sitting here stuck in the goddamn Holiday Inn pool, filming on your show a 6-year-old man, and I'm not being ageist. I'm just saying 6-year-old because I know Simon wants to be 25 so bad, right? You're sitting there with a 6-year-old man with 5 kids. Some of them are young kids, so you're going to be a mom for a while. So now you got 6 kids in a Holiday Inn thing, and you thought that you were going to be sitting there floating in the pool in Nigeria, having 3 weddings. I'm telling you, a couple of my viewers said that when he was taking pictures with that one guy in Nigeria that comes from a very powerful political family, a lot of you guys actually pointed out that one, if they were actually real friends and his brother, like Simon said, one, he would have invited him to his house in the mansion, and that's where the dinner would occur. And 2, he's probably planning on renting one of his properties out. We'll keep an eye on that to see what happens. But back to Porsha. Yo, it's a cautionary tale. It's like robbing a bank and going in there and going through all these crazy things to get inside the vault, and you find out it's all monopoly money. This is a cautionary tale. Stay out. This is why you stay out of other people's marriages. And also, and this is the end of it, if you're going to be a gold digger, do the research. This is not any moral judgment. Be a gold digger. Don't be a gold digger. Play starfish to get what you want. Go to school. Jump on a pole. Become president. Get it how you live it. This is a pro-woman channel. I really don't care. But I am saying, if you are going to be a gold digger, do your research. Cautionary tale. Do your research. She is a case of gold digging gone bad. She literally put in all that effort into getting to be side. You've now ruined your reputation. When I say ruin your reputation, y'all can love Porsha all you want. Who'll be dumb enough to have Porsha over their house? Who'll be dumb enough to have Porsha in their pool next? Who'll be dumb enough to invite Porsha and her man on a double date with you and your man? Some of y'all might be saying, I would do it. I don't care. Use a dumbass if you would. Use a dumbass if you would. I'm not jealous at all. I have men around. I have women around my man all the time. I'm not a jealous person. But once you show me that you're that type of person, that you'll cross those boundaries, and this isn't even about trusting my man. Hell no, because I don't even want that thing. When you go to the bathroom and he goes to get another, I don't even want to have to think something's going on. And I don't want to have to check your ass because you were being too friendly. I trust my man, but you're not going to be in my goddamn house because you've proven what you're capable of. And you've proven that you get inside other people's relationships when you see an opportunity yourself. So in that case, you've ruined your relationship because only a fool or a user and someone that looks at you as a joke would have you in their house around their family because you don't have any, what do you say? You don't have any boundaries. You don't have any respect for the institution, right? Okay, so we have that, right? But then, hold on, guys, I'm about to take questions, right? But then, you're also, right? You are also in, you also ruined your reputation because if you back out now, then everybody knows that you just did a money bag. And the only reason you're backing out is because you realize he's the hell broke. You open that Crown Royal bag like you're the damn hamburger and look, and it was nothing, a bunch of pennies in there. So now you can't back off because then everybody's going to be like, damn, you just straight up a gold digger. So anybody that was actually looking at you seriously is just like, no, she's just all about the money. And listen, as much as y'all might be like, oh, be more secure as women, one thing I know about men, if you've proven that you will cross those boundaries, they're not really going to have you around their friends either because they don't trust you either, quiet as kept. So then you only have a certain role. You put in all this effort, and even then, you could have put in this effort into someone that was worth it and actually secured a relationship with someone that had just as much as Simon, which is to say he didn't really have that much, right? So you have all these things going on. And you did this all for a 6-year-old man that has you in the goddamn Holiday Inn, Airbnbs. I do believe that Porsha believed all that shit was his. I don't care what Simon says. Again, my thing, because Simon's so big on proving where's your money come from? I dare him to put up another business. You know what? Drop your tax return. Right? No, seriously. Block everything out and drop your tax return because I'm actually really curious. Where your money come from? It doesn't come from the shipping company. It doesn't come from you being a potential investor, right? In Republic, right? Because there are owners and the people that are actually invested in Republic actually have real money, right? Falynn's ex, Sharon, the designer, he has real money. He has real cars. He has real houses, right? He has real friends, which brings me to, if they do have that wedding, who's going to the wedding? Because I think Porsha's birthday party only had 10 people that weren't employed by Bravo. She had such a low turnout on her side and Simon's side that it was like the cast of Married to Medicine minus Contessa. Shout out to Contessa. You like that? Right? Shout out to Contessa. But everybody else was there. Who's going to be at the Nigerian wedding? Because all the Nigerian weddings I see, it's like family on both sides. From what we see with the way Simon messes with his mom, he don't mess with his family because, I don't know, he ain't renovated. And I'm not judging anybody, right? Simon's mom looks like a very proud house. I'm not talking about his mom. I'm talking about Simon. Like, even if you ain't had the money, Simon, you could have watched one of the DIYs on Home and Garden TV and did the 3-day bathroom renovation. Literally, all you had to do was take some paint, get some shells from Target, hook that shit up. You could have put some plaster on those walls, painted it a nice color. There's a lot you can do, even if the mom didn't want to leave the house, right? Listen, there's a lot you can do. Listen.
Listen. And listen, the fact that Porsha wants to be taken care of by the guy she's dating, listen, that's one of the few things in this patriarchal society that is a benefit of being a woman. If you want to be a converted woman, you can do that. If you want to lay on your back, you can do that. I'm not judging her for that. Get it how you live it. Cordell wasn't, from what I see, he treated Porsha very well. Now, I did some research, and people have told me from what they witnessed that Cordell treated Porsha very badly because Porsha was doing some things that Cordell found out about, right? We can talk about this later when the family show comes on, right? But, what was I going to say? Oh, but, right? So I'm not saying Cordell is an angel, right? And I'm not going to get into that and defending him. But at the end of the day, I mean, Cordell, you have houses, you have a housekeeper. If my mom was laying on the bed eating greasy pizza, what are you yelling at me for? Tell the housekeeper to wash the sheets. Like, what? It's my mom. Who cares, right? So I don't look at that as anything, because I wish my boyfriend or anyone I'm dating or married to would tell me that my mom can't lay on the bed eating goddamn pizza. It's my mom. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And tell the maid to come in and wash these sheets. Honestly, because why don't we have a housekeeper, right? I'm saying Cordell's an ex-NFL player. Why don't you have a housekeeper? But what my point is she didn't really do the research on anyone she's really dated since Cordell. So I don't know. It's a cautionary tale. If you're going to dig for that gold, make sure you're actually digging for gold. If you're going to rob that bank, make sure the bank actually like has money in the vault. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's it. He's been in Nigeria to butter up the show off with Porsha. Let me tell you something. I agree with you, M&B. He has been in Nigeria, but again, it screams scam to me. Everything about this man screams scam. The way that he put Simcoe Petroleum on a box that the designer gifted him. I mean, like, that's like Bill Gates being like gifted something and the designer putting Microsoft Corporation, but it's all a scam because he needs to prove to people that he is legit. Quiet as it's kept, the real gag is Portia's actually making Simon legitimate in the eyes of some people. Do you see what I'm saying? Because people see it as not adding up, but then they're like, but Porsha has 6.4 million followers and she's a TV star and she's with this guy. So maybe it does. No, she's just being dumb. In my opinion, she's just being dumb. But Simon's using, and this is what I have read that narcissists do, right? They literally, like parasites, go through, suck you dry, take all of your connections, drop seeds of discontent and anger and doubt in the other people, in other people's, the people that know you, take all the connections they can. And then when they leave you, everybody's turned on you. It's part of isolation. Look at the way all this time, right? Ugh, I can't believe Porsha let him make that thing about Black men. Porsha should be ashamed of herself. Simon should be ashamed of himself, but I know he doesn't have any shame because look at the way he shows up in the camera and airbrushes himself and like has his dad bod like this with his eyes bugging, boxing, like peepaw, like literally, like you can't even see the bag. You're like peepaw. And he's literally telling that guy, hold the camera straight so Miss Marine can see. And it's just like peepaw, move quicker, stick and hit. But let's just see what new scam Simon comes up. And for everybody telling me this shit, I don't care. Simon, Erica Girardi, Tom Girardi was 1 billion times more respected than Simon was, is, or will ever be. And it was all a scam. You guys have to start piercing this veil. I know we live in an Instagram society, but when things don't add up, when you catch somebody in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lies, how long before you just turn them off? It's like you are a liar. So anything you say after that, I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt. Like literally, God's going to have to come down and tell me that Simcoe Petroleum is a real thing. Unfortunately, the federal government and the state of Georgia has said, survey says it's all gone. But you know what? You can go to the state of Georgia yourself. And again, when you go and look and see if any of these businesses are active, don't just stay surface. Don't just say, oh, it says active. Literally click on I think it says papers filed, and it'll give you the whole filing history of the corporation. I promise you, it is a very easy read, but it literally tells you the history of what happened. Most of his shit was inactive, and he made it active again in 2020 by filing back fees to make it from 2019 to 2023. No, I did not misspeak.
what happens when it comes to corporations in the state of Georgia, when they become out of compliance, and they were out of compliance for not paying any dues or fees. When it's out of compliance, they let you pay a year back and 2 or 3 years forward, right? So when he went to go get them in compliance, this is around the time that he found out that Falynn was going to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. When he went to go get them into compliance, he paid the back what was due for 2019, right? And then he paid it up to 2023. You see what I'm saying? But what that tells me is while the business was inactive, you couldn't do business under that name in the state of Georgia or anywhere in America. So what's going on? Again, you got to wonder about a man. Even the way you guys sent me pictures when he was eating with his brother, right? He was eating with his brother. But the thing is about him eating with his brother, if you notice in that picture in the corner, is that goddamn corpse bride box that has Porsha's new Nigerian clothes, right? They shout out to all my readers that literally pointed out that the fabrics, they look fine, but they're not the finery that you would expect a 100 millionaire would have his fiance in, right? They're fine fabrics, but they're not anything that they, and Nigerians are very, very into fabrics. That's one way you can see wealth in that society, the type of fabrics that you use for your everyday clothes, right? But, and especially clothes that are custom made to order. But if you look very closely at that picture, and you know I did, right? I don't know why anybody said it. What's in the corner of that picture of him having breakfast with his brother and his 2 nephews and his sister-in-law is that corpse bride box that all those clothes are in that has Porsha Williams written on the front, right? Yeah, which let me know you invited your family to your hotel room. Why don't you take them? So it's like none of you don't have any place in Nigeria because none of your family will be living there. Not because you're doing them a favor, because when you have houses overseas, no matter where it is, and Quas has kept a lot of places in the rural, if you have a house in Aspen, if you have anything rural, you need a caretaker that's always there. 1, to make sure nobody robs the place. 2, to make sure nobody takes furniture. And 3, to make sure that it stays in good repair. You literally pay people to sit at your houses, right? And you have to pay for security depending where it is. It would have been cheaper and easier for you to have your family staying there and maintaining the house. And because you only come there every now and then, Falynn said he maybe went back once a year, maybe once every 2 years, the house is actually maintained. So you met your brother. We saw your mom's house. Then you met your brother and his kids in your hotel room. We know it's your hotel room because that corpse bride box was in the corner. So you met them in a hotel room and then you showed them having pictures in the restaurant. Why can't we see where this millionaires? And again, I'm not judging everyone because a lot of y'all said that Dr. Dre had a right to have his daughter homeless. So I guess y'all think it's okay for Simon to have 3 Rolls Royces in his garage, 3 Rolls Royces in his garage, and his mom's house. Again, it wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be me. And maybe I would have bought myself 1 car, but I actually love my family and I want my family. If not, again, I'm not saying you got to put everybody in your back, but they would definitely have, like, you would know that that was my mom's house. You would know, especially if the family was staying there, you would know that that was my mom's house. You would know that my family stays there. You would know. You would know. You would know. That's all I'm saying. I digress. But shout out to Brooke Ashley, but I digress, right? Yes. Listen, let's not even get into that because people were cursing me out. I think they were paid trolls saying I'm insane. The price of living in Nigeria is higher than the US. And in some parts it is. Every country has millionaires, billionaires, people with money. I'm talking about the people that live regular working class. I'm not even talking about the middle class. I'm talking about real people, regular working class. The price of living for working class people in New York is way more than the price of living for working class people in Atlanta, in Texas, in small town California. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's no shame of saying that it's more affordable cost of living. So I don't understand, right? Let's see, right? Let's see. Listen, I'm just saying, I'll put a video out there actually putting all my research, but I know in about a week, Simon's going to pop up with another hustle because that's what Simon does. He spins, and he has his biggest cheerleader. The fact that he's so much in Porsha's thing, he has his biggest cheerleader being like, yeah, boss, keep your eye on the price. Because again, the PR, the family show's coming out. They needed to be a hit. The family show's coming out and they needed to actually, the family show's coming out and they needed to be a hit.
That's all it is. They needed to be a hit. So now they're trying to push down our throats the real life version of Beauty and the Beast. And I, for one, am not in bestiality. And I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it unless they do a blur. Unless they do a blur over the face, I don't want to see it. It's not believable. It's not believable. Even that whole thing about like, oh, I was on Amazon Live. I do look at Porsha's page. Well, I was on Amazon Live. He sent me these roses. And I was just like, girl, like, ugh. And why I was on Porsha's page, because you guys told me to go look at that link about when she was like in her Amazon dress. And she's like, this will look like one. First of all, I think I noticed on chat room, Porsha has a role she plays. And the more I see her, the more it becomes so evident that she's acting. This down to earth, every girl next door, the sexy girl next door, relatable, twerk something. It's all an act. Just like Kenya said a long time ago when she was like, it's Porsha's act. And a lot of people like it, but you know how it is with an act. The more and more and more that somebody sees you, oh, hold on, who's texting me? The more hold on. The more and more and more, right? The more and more and more that like you get exposed to her, right? The more and more and more you start to see that it's just all an act. I mean, what can I say why being nice? So there's many faces of Porsha. There's many ways she invents herself every season. Some would say she's a pathological liar that says whatever she needs to do to not get fired. The same way that like Kenya, and that seems not to get the same way she accused Kenya of inventing shit. Porsha, I will say, if you want to know what Porsha is up to, listen to what she accuses people of, because she's a really, really big projector, like really, really big projector, right? So every year she has like a new face, in my opinion, to stop her from being fired. And it seems like first she was like this, then she was Princess of Thailandia, then she was this, and I'm not putting anybody in a thing, but it's just like, girl, make up your mind who you want to be. Now, Porsha, who her and her mom were endorsing a plastic surgeon, is now like, this what your stomach gonna look like if you got ass. Now, I know she was trying to prove to people that she never had a BBL. Okay, that's fine, right? But what I can say is from that, with proving with the BBL, is that you know, all you do is plastic surgery. You change the way you look. You even put filters on your face when you're on Instagram, and you put filters on your baby's face too when you're on Instagram. You do all that stuff. So if you do all that stuff and you're talking about this body positivity, you know, do what you want, but just know this is what's going to look like. Where is the message? Because I don't care what anybody says. When people say that I want plastic surgery to feel better about myself, I'm just like, bitch, please. Yes, you wanted to feel better about yourself, but you want it because people told you that there's something wrong with the way you are. Society told you, so you're doing it to conform to society. I think it's very, very odd that people are trying to conflate plastic surgery with empowerment. Yes, it is empowerment, but it's empowering because you're trying to meet the level of what society tells you you should look like. If everybody told you that having like a hooked nose and big feet, right, was the epitome of beauty, do you know how many people on Instagram will be getting, and in real life, will be getting nose implants to have hooked nose and feet implants to have big feet? Can we stop with this weird thing where it's like, and not even that, Porsha and her face with the injectables, the filters even on her daughter's face, and now you are into body positivity. Again, this is just another scheme. You know why? Because she has the pursuit of Porsha. And now she's going back, full season to season 1 Porsha, where she was ministering people, right? Season 1 Porsha, when she was ministering people, she went back to, and now she's telling girls how to be body positive. Meanwhile, liposuction, meanwhile the chest, meanwhile the face, meanwhile everything. But all of a sudden you're telling them what? It's okay to be the way they are, but you're not fine the way you are. And I'm not shaming anybody who has plastic surgery, but even if you do it for yourself, you're doing it because everybody told you that you were not good enough. Everybody told you that it wasn't good enough, right? Everybody told you that. So, right? So anyway, sorry, I still have this vacation cold. This is the way it's supposed to be at. You guys, just let you know, let's see how many people are in the thing. What's your opinion of this, right? Yeah, both Simon and Porsha do appear to have a lot in common. And now they've decided to show a united front. And I want to see the wedding. I'm happy that they're happy. I believe in love. I believe in doing everything. I wonder why she keeps spinning that LGBTQ heart around them. Like, even when she said love wins, it's like, I don't know. Does she realize that, like, I don't know. It's like when people spin the black love and they're not black. I'm like, I mean, I guess, but like, I don't know. It's giving rubbing me the wrong way, right? Listen, Porsha has fillers in both her lips. That's why she's been looking so funny lately. And when she's smiling, it's easy to tell when people have fillers. Porsha naturally had big lips, but what am I saying? You see old school Porsha. She's had her whole face done, right? And on top of that, she has filters all the time. I just want to know. And honestly, I do think, so Candy did this thing called the Body of Work. I watched it. I don't know what was going to be around. It was actually like really good. It was like a TLC level documentary about like plastic surgery, body shaming, becoming comfortable you off your skin, people that are obese, people that want to obese. It really is like, and this is going to be a part series. It really is a heavy hitting documentary. I was actually pretty impressed when I was like, I wasn't expecting this, but it actually is really good. And how Candy said a lot of people have surgery and they don't talk about it. She talked about her one friend that had surgery that looked great, that had a kid that was always wearing crop tops. And I wondered, is she talking about Porsha? Because Porsha popped up. But then I thought about it and how jealous-hearted Porsha is about a lot of stuff sometimes. And I was like, was this your way of taking some of the shine away from Candy's body of work? Candy did this whole documentary that was TLC level documentary style, really well done, really insightful. And then Porsha gets up on Amazon Live and was like, this what your stomach gonna look like. Let me stop talking like that, right? This what your stomach gonna look like if you got ass. Get surgery if you want, but no. And I was like, was that her way of trying to steal some of Candy's shine? Because if it was, it didn't work. I was just like, Candy's doing documentaries and you're like, this what your stomach look like when you got ass. But anyway, right? This what your stomach look like. And this is the last thing I'll say on this. And then we'll move on back on the Beverly Hills or Real Housewives of Potomac, right? I really do. Porsha was always very, very confident with her stomach, fupa and all, right? And I'm not shaming Porsha. I think Porsha's body is really, really pretty. Yeah, she has a little stomach, but so what? She had a baby, right? And it still looks good. Like, who cares, right? Porsha never seemed to be that uncomfortable with her body. But I'll tell you one thing. Sorry, my lip gloss. I'll tell you one thing. I do think since she's been with Simon, she seems to be really, really uncomfortable with her body. It's almost like she was defending why she has a little bit of stomach. And I don't know. I feel like when your man really likes your body, even if you gained a little weight or lost a little weight, he still hypes you up. And you really don't care what anybody says because they're busy being like, babe, eat another burger. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I don't know. I was like, is Simon body shaming her or making her say about getting in the gym or like, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, what else are we talking about, right? Listen, I really honestly do think that she was trying to, so I'm getting emails right now. I do honestly think that she was trying to eat off of Candy's thing. This is just from what I've seen Porsha do. She has this weird competition with Candy, which is weird because like, it's like me having a competition with Michelle Obama. Are we really in competition or I'm just jealous in my mind? Because Michelle Obama's like, girl, I'm doing this. Like, where's the, you know what I'm saying? It's like when that girl, Maria Sharapova, I think that name is, and Serena Williams, and she was like, yeah, me and Serena have a competition. And Serena was like, girl, you don't even make it past the third round in Wimbledon, and I take the actual cup. What competition? So it's kind of like, Porsha, every time Candy does something, she has to step out there and try to take some of the shine. But I'm sure Candy is just like, girl, I guess, okay. Congratulations on that Instagram post. Now back to my body of work, right? Yes. Yeah, listen, TBSO, I agree with you. Unevolved cancers project like crazy. But when you see her post with the African wedding, she was asking who's going to teach her how to dance like the Africans. Porsha is doing too much. Listen, and the way she isn't taking that hair wrap off, Porsha is doing too much. But I think this is part to please Simon. And I think part of her, because she has egg all over her face, she needs to play into the coming of America narrative. And I also think the way the family show, y'all notice it was supposed to be 8 episodes, and I heard it got cut back to 3. But we'll see. Y'all think we'll see what happens if it's going to be 8, 3, or maybe even because all Porsche shit has all turned into 3 episodes, and then it goes. But she's talking about who's going to. I think they're trying to push like a coming to America, which is why Simon is so desperate to prove that he has money. But I'll say one thing, and this speaks to, it's not enough to have money. You can't be cheap. You can't be stingy, and you have to have a heart of gold. That's why people really love people money, because they think they're generous. I don't see how you have money, but you're showing like your family, and you don't really take care of your family. Do you have money? And if you do, are you that cold-hearted that you're not taking care of your family the way you should be? This is your mom. This is your mom. This is the person that raised you. This is the person that enabled you to be everything you can. This is the person that gave you the opportunity to be like, put it and make it when it marry me. Put it and make it when it marry. Like he's talking shit about my goddamn people. Listen, y'all need, let me not encourage people. Black people, we need to stand up. Let me tell you something. I'm so sick. Yes, I'm getting back on my soapbox of people trying to act like native Black Americans do not have culture. Let me tell y'all fucking something. Slavery happened over 400 fucking years ago. How long do we have to wait before we accept the fact it's been fucking 400 years? We have culture. Our culture influences the fucking world. We have culture. Go to the runways of Paris. Go to all the inventions that were made in America. Go to half the people doing shit in America worth anything, whether it is space travel, engineering, genetics, go to anything. We are the fucking culture. How long before we actually say as ourselves, 1, we are the fucking culture, and 2, you will respect our fucking culture. I'm sick of people acting like we are a cultureless people. Slavery didn't end 20 years ago or 40 years ago. We have fucking culture. It's time we start claiming and monetizing our culture. But how dare people talk to us like we're cultureless people? How dare people talk to us like we're a bunch of fucking savages that don't know how to raise our kids, love our kids, be there for our kids. How dare people speak about our culture the same way I would never go to Nigeria. And I'm only using Nigeria as an example because Simon's Nigeria. I would never go to fucking Nigeria and sit there and speak badly about their culture because it's a proud culture. It's a decent culture. And what's more, I have respect for other people's culture. God damn it. Simon and his fucking Black Lives Matter, what is it? Underground electric robot better start respect. And the fact that you have a native Black girlfriend and she got you disrespecting her culture, man, please. I know that every culture has its own shit. I know there's things in our culture as a people but how dare you fucking try to embarrass Black men? I'm talking to you. Who the fuck are you? Like, when Obama did that shit, I remember looking at the TV and me and my girlfriend was like, who the fuck does he think he is talking? He better get the fuck up. Let me stop cursing before YouTube demonetizes this thing. But when Obama said that shit, we were looking sideways at him like, yeah, you took a wrong turn. You need to back that shit up and turn around. And you think that Simon missing any jobs, businesses, or investments, Cambodia, who literally doesn't even raise the kids he has, is literally going to come in, that your 2 oldest, well, let me stop talking about people's kids, and you really honestly think that you're going to sit here on Al Gore's internet, on who invented Twitter, Mark Zuckerberg's Instagram, and talk down on me, man? As I say, listen, y'all gonna have to listen. I'm just saying, yes, I am outraged socks girl because it's my culture. It's my people. How dare you sit here and publicly speak? And you got a girlfriend that's supposed to be, but you were just holding a sign saying, hey, a man talking down to Black men like they don't raise their children. Listen, are there deadbeat dads in the Black community? Absolutely. Are there deadbeat dads in all of American community? Absolutely. There's something going on with this patriarchal society, this misogynist society that needs to be corrected. But anyway, I'm done, right? Listen again, like, right? Who's talking trash? Hold on. Wait, does Simon speak other languages? Does he? Let's just see. Yeah, let's see. Anyway,
Yeah, he had no right to disrespect someone's culture. He clearly doesn't see himself as Black American. He doesn't. He sees himself as Nigerian American. That's fine. But if you don't see yourself as part of the culture, why are you speaking on a culture you don't see yourself a part of? I don't see myself as a Nigerian American, right? I'm not Nigerian American. So why would I speak on Nigerian culture? Do you see what I'm saying? That's for Nigerians to speak on. Why do I speak on German culture? And I don't consider myself German. I don't even consider myself a part of the German group. That's German culture. So why are you sitting here speaking on native Black culture? Why? Because the underlying thing is you don't think we have culture. You don't think we're worthy of respect. You think out of everybody you can hit down on us. All right. But quiet as it's kept, right? Who's going to be watching your show? But we'll see, right? Listen. Who is talking about, let me see, do I have to block people? Let's go through my things, right? Let's see. Oh, thank you. Hit the like button. So anyway, let's go to Real Housewives of Potomac because I have a little bit more time, and then we can hit Real Housewives of Potomac, and then we can wrap this up. All right. Let's go to Real Housewives of Potomac. Who is talking Real Housewives of Potomac? Let's see. What do y'all got to say about Real Housewives of Potomac? So let me tell you something. When you wrap Giselle up and put a bow, and I'm a big fan of Giselle. I like all the girls. I'll be honest with you. Even Ashley's messy ass, right? I like all the girls. Wendy wrapped. I don't know. This is Wendy's season. She wrapped Giselle up, put her on a bow, drop kick Robin, and then turned to Ashley. You see, after she got that, and the funny thing is, she got so mad, she got up to leave. And they thought that she was leaving to go cry. And she came back with her mojito and was like, and look, and you saw her look at Ashley. Ashley got up and scurried out that house so quick. I don't think they saw it coming, but how could you not see it coming? How could you not? Wendy gets paid not only, of course, to look good, to be smart, to be intelligent, but she's an actual commentator on Fox News. She goes head to head with idiots all day. Her job is to listen, assimilate information, guesstimate where you're going, regurgitate it, analyze it, and then come with a clap back like that. Wendy does she literally does this for a living. She's literally paid to be the clap back queen in a professional manner. How did Rob and Giselle and Ashley think that they were going to have her on the ropes? Like literally, how, right? How? I'm just curious, right? I'm just curious. She wrapped up Giselle with a bow. She did all this stuff. It was really gross to me because I usually like Giselle, how they were also trying to body shame Wendy and act like she was like a 12-year-old girl that wanted to drop out of high school so she could be a video vixen. It's like Wendy has proven everything when they're like, oh, I'm just saying. And the way they were at that table trying to gaslight Wendy, it was weird. The smirks they all had, the way they were enjoying gaslighting her. And Wendy was just like, what is you talking about? But you know, the weird thing is also, like, they were gaslighting her. They thought it was working. Wendy was like super. Wait, hold on, guys. Hold on, I just saw a spider. Hold on. There's a spider currently. Oh, thank you, Miss Son. There's a spider. Sorry. I think I just scared it. I'm going to kill it. There's a spider stalking me. Hold on. I'm keeping an eye on it. Hold on. Let me text. Oh my God. Hold on. Okay. So anyway, sorry. I'm not getting up to kill it. They attacked. It's hiding right now. So I'm waiting. Hold on. I'm not in the forest. I'm in the... Somebody put some roots on me. I wonder who that could be. So anyway, let's get back to it, right? Listen, jealous as can be. Jealous was her goddamn middle name. Jealous was her goddamn middle name. It really freaked me out because I was there like, and then they tried to gaslight her. I was like, no, it's not your body, it's your personality that changed. But Wendy started last season saying that she was literally trying to be who her mom wanted her to be and who the world told her to be. And now she's going to be who she wants to be. So how are she changing when you see, I'm keeping an eye to see if that spider moves. How are you literally talking about her personality change when she came on the show saying that she felt like she was living her life for other people and she wants to be the real her, right? Wendy wrapped them up all real quick, like real quick, right? Oh, thank you. Wendy wrapped them up real quick. I just don't understand this jealousy. And I think they're jealous of the body because here's the thing, quiet as kept. Giselle actually had a mommy makeover, but you know what I think the problem was, right? I think Wendy had a mommy makeover and she was on that table and they were like, what you want to do? And Wendy was like, do it up. Do it up, do it. Make me look like a Barbie doll. And I feel like Giselle, because she was in that church thing, right? I feel like Giselle, hold on a second. Okay, the spider killer's here. If you guys see me duck for cover, you know what went down. The spider came for me. Hold on. It's right there. First look, it's gonna run. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna have to mute you guys. If you guys see me scream and the thing, hold on. Did you get it? What? Okay. Woo! My hero. You know what? Just for killing that spider, tonight I'm gonna pet it and make him want to marry me. Pet it and make him want to marry me. Woo! The spider killer. Okay, so we're good. All right. Sorry. Hold on. Y'all are about to get like literally me going like this and my laptop fall to the floor. Me being like, ah! Yes. Okay. Pet it and make him. That's what's going to happen tonight. Pet it and make him when you marry me. Oh, he got the spider. Okay. All right. There we go. Listen. Yes, people, listen. The fact that you guys are acting that the fact that somebody has a fake body and it looks good. That's like being like, nobody's jealous of your painted nails, but your nails look good. So I guess it is. Let me tell you something. Giselle had a mommy makeover too, but I probably bet because Giselle was the first lady, she couldn't get like the Jessica Rabbit version. She probably restored her body to pre-pregnancy, and Giselle has a nice shape. Wendy was like, make me Barbie, sipping Bacardi. That it was what was going on, right? Yes, KB, I did text him to come kill the spider. Y'all saw that when I was like, there's a spider out. Yes, I do think that Ashley is jealous that she's no longer a young, hot girl. Yo, I think you're actually right about that, Jackie. I think that you're actually right about that. She's jealous that she is not the young, hot girl anymore, and those babies have stretched out her body. And Ashley hasn't had a mommy makeover, probably because she's trying to have one more kid, right? You can't have a mommy maker till whatever. And Ashley is used to being the young, hot girl doing this, doing that. And when her and Michael, when they first came out, they were like, yeah, we do this, we do that, we swinging off the rafters. Things change when you got two young children under the age of 3. I don't care how hot you are, how doing you are, you will be over everything because you are in straight mommy mode. You got two human beings hanging off of each like, Listen. You know, if Giselle is jealous of Wendy, then Santa Claus is. T. Cohen, what? Let's ask the question. Why don't y'all think Giselle's jealous of Wendy? I'm being serious because look at this. Wendy, and here's the thing. When I say jealous of Wendy, I don't mean that Giselle's sitting there making a Wendy's vow. I mean that it irks Giselle that Wendy has so much. Like, what's the type of jealousy? Y'all fill in the blanks. What's the type of jealousy that I'm talking about? Do you know? Like, here's the thing. I think that Ashley, Robin, and Giselle see Wendy as undeserving. I think that they look at Wendy as that girl that when everybody's just like, oh my God, Wendy's beautiful, they're just like, I guess. I don't think that they think, just like they never thought Candace was that girl. They didn't think that she was beautiful. I thought she was a joke. Just like I think that's the way they see Wendy. So they're getting angry at the fact that Wendy, people walk into a room and people call Wendy beautiful and Giselle beautiful too. Not that they're jealous, but they just, it's almost like if I sat there and I'm talking and you guys are like, wow, the dog is really well spoken. And I'm just like, the dog? What? Like, hello? Do you see what I'm saying? Oh, ha, 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 ha. The dog's really funny. And I'm like, but I just told y'all jokes. Like, what y'all talking about? Do you see what I'm saying? Right? Yeah, again, I don't want to turn this into like women versus women versus women, but I do think that there's that annoyance where you're always used to being the pretty one, the popular one, the one thing, and that annoyance when there's somebody else kind of inching in on what your self-esteem is. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, they're mad at her confident. Thank you. Thank you, Socks Girl. Thank you. She just paraphrased it. They're mad at Wendy's confidence in herself. I do think that that's what it's saying. And I think that they thought she didn't have it. I think they tried to knock it down. Wendy was on something when she said her husband looks like Idris Elba. Eddie's a cute guy, very attractive. Idris Elba, Wendy. But I said, okay, I get the point. You're trying to defend your man to girls. But when she said that, I was like, girl, okay. All right. Okay, Wendy, right? Even Giselle was like, girl, stop. But not as that, it's just that Eddie looks nothing like Idris Elba, you know? That's like her being like, you just mad my man look like Brad Pitt. How? Where? Idris and Eddie aren't even the same complexion. Where? How? Like, I guess, right? Listen. You guys can think I'm wrong. I want to see it change because I swear to God, this is the one thing that makes Potomac, to me, such a great cast. There is no one that I find completely dislikable. Now, Michael Darby makes Ashley unlikable, but even in scenes, Ashley does have this ability. I don't know if it's her cutesy face. I don't know if it's her small demeanor. I don't know if it's her Gemini wiles, but Ashley is one of those people that nothing sticks to her, right? Ashley can literally, like, she just is the most horrible thing, and then she shows up, and you forget because there's something about her. It's just like, girl, Ashley, get out of here. All the whole cast is likable. Everybody's likable. Candace is likable. Wendy is likable. Giselle's likable. Karen's likable. Robin's likable. Ashley, Ascala. Ascala, I actually like for the cast. Don't get me wrong. I know that everybody keeps talking about Mia, but even Mia backtracking, saying she was a stripper, and then saying she wasn't, and saying that she worked at a gentleman's nightclub where that served steak and lobster. Girl, it doesn't matter. Steak and lobster, and you were still standing there in a see-through dress. One minute you're not ashamed of being a stripper. The next time you were a dancer, entertainer. Mia is really funny. She's really beautiful. She adds something to the show. But one thing I'm going to say about Mia, she reminds me of like she says whatever and it makes no sense and she's a big hypocrite and she just like lies on a dime. Not lies on a dime, but like she just says shit. That's really funny for comedic relief. But if you are a long time viewer, it gets old, the fact that every scene somebody is lying about something. Do you see what I'm saying? Or like just saying shit just to say shit. I do like Ascala's energy. Of course she's gorgeous. Everybody on the show has to be there. And I really like Ascala's energy. I like the fact that she's normal, but a fun normal. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact, and I don't know why she didn't make Housewife. I do hope at the reunion she really, really comes through. I think Ascala, quite as kept. I'm sick of the Housewives being just 5 or 6 people. Quite as kept, I would love to see Mia and Ascala both be full-time housewives. You know what I'm saying? Both be full-time housewives along with everybody else. I really want to see this. Brooklyn said that Simon the spider, he put some roots on me. He spent some juju out here, right? The spider came running around, but you forgot. I got this phone. Let me do my Porsha phone. I got this phone. And that's what happens when somebody is blessed and protected. I hit the text. Spider, play around if you want. Listen. Mia needs to stop with the surgery. You know what the funny thing is? I saw pictures of Mia when she was younger. I
I do think Mia might be over exaggerating about the age difference, because I saw pictures of Mia 10 years ago, and maybe it was a bad picture, but in that picture, she already looked like she was in her late 30s, early 40s. Again, maybe that's just the way she looks. Now with the surgery, Mia has had surgery, but honestly, not that much, because Mia was always pretty. And if you look at her little girl, right? Her little girl is so beautiful. Her little girl has her eyes and stuff. So I know everybody keeps saying Mia needs to stop with the surgery, but I think she just had like maybe injectables and stuff, because from here on up, it's her face. I think the only thing she did was actually give herself a chin. And even then, maybe she always had a chin, and it was just the angle I saw the picture. But Mia was always pretty. Yeah, I think the fact that I think Mia has very strong features, and when you put on contour and full makeup with someone that has strong features, it gives them that look like they've had a lot of surgery. But Mia, again, Mia gets on my damn nerves, but in a lovable way. I think she's a good addition, right? But I do think that like a Scala, right? I think a Scala should. What do y'all think? Y'all think a Scala? Do y'all think a Scala should actually be like a Housewives? What do y'all think? Oh, really? She did have her face done? Okay. Well, I stand corrected. Well, her eyes are hers, because she always had like very like a small almond shaped eyes, right? What are y'all saying? Yes, Jackie, the children of Potomac are the cutest. Yeah, Mia's not 36. Because she looked 36 in that picture 10 years ago. Mia is not 36 at all. Like, I don't care what she tries to say. Even that's why she can't remember the age difference. And I know she said that they never think about the age difference. And I might believe that if they were dating, or even if they were boyfriend, girlfriend, and been together for 2 years, maybe. But the fact that y'all have basically, what, 3 children, right? You got Mia's son, and you got the two littlest ones. Y'all got 3 children you're raising, and you're telling me that the age difference never came up. You never even did the math in your head. That doesn't make sense. Mia, shut up, right? You know, I'm just saying. Listen, but Candace, she's like, well, you have big feet. Candace really has an issue against Mia's feet. And Candace is so small and petite. She is just like 3 apples high. But what saves Candace is Candace, she should start modeling clothes. She actually has a body. She's 3 apples tall. She's super petite, but she has like this really, really nice body too. You know what I'm saying, right? Listen. No, I like Escala. I really, really like her. Let me tell you something, you guys. You can't have everybody that's all about the drama, in my opinion. Remember last season of Real Housewives of Atlanta? Of course y'all do. The season from hell, right? Everybody was in drama. Everybody was piling on Kenya. Everybody was in drama, and it was like a horrible season. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. I don't like it. I don't know. Hold on really quick. Let me check the time, because I'm doing tarot live after this. Yes, you know me. I'm back with a bang. I'm doing tarot live after this because I need to take my YouTube channel seriously, guys. So, listen, I actually think that Candace might actually be a size 0. I'm being dead serious, but she does have a cute body. She's one of those people where it's like, you're very, very small, but you got everything where you need it to happen, you know? Candy pants. That is her. She got everything she needs to, right? Wendy does not bleach her skin. Y'all need to stop. That is Mac NC 48. Wendy does not bleach her skin, right? Yeah, I like Escala. I think she gives like a nice presence to it. I like the way she looks. I like the way she's almost like the voice of reason. I actually like the way she is a yin to Mia's yang. Mia is like on 100. Escala is like on her vibe, but they mesh well together. Even the way Escala is like, Mia, stop, right? Again, the drama. There can be drama, but I look at that as producers actually making a good storyline, right? I don't think Candace wears too much makeup. I think she's on I think she does her makeup like a London girl. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when London girls go out, they go in on their makeup, and she's on camera. Do you know what I'm saying? But it looks cute on her, right? And also everybody these days have filters on their face. So when you say that she wears too much makeup, whenever she goes on live, she already has a full face of makeup, and then she throws a filter on top of that. So it is what it is, right?
There you go. Escala is classy, and I like the classy element she brings, right? But something tells me Escala has it in her to get messy. When I say a messy, I mean those classy reads, you know? But everybody can't be Karen Huger, right? Karen is very elegant. Karen can be very classy. And Karen can also read somebody within an inch of their life. And every now and then it comes out. Every now and then the grand dame introduces you to Karen Huger. Do you know what I'm saying? But I like that about Karen, right? Everybody can't be Karen. Karen literally can be very, very in the very airs and then show you the Karen Huger. So yeah. Yeah, we already know about let's see. Yes, Escala, look, well, y'all saw the way she read Nicki Minaj, right? I'm wondering if Nicki's gonna clap back when she was like, it's been this many episodes, and all I've seen with Escala is the face that went. And Escala was like, yeah, but you better watch it. And she's like, you know, I actually am a fan of you, but you better watch it because people are coming for your seat too. And that's on. Yeah, Escala gives classy reads. I like that, right? Yeah, Gordon. Who's Gordon? Is that Mia's husband, Gordon? Let's see. Yes. Candace is built cute and Wendy does not bleach your skin. Exactly. Y'all just be saying shit. But the lighting makes a difference. And for all these damn filters, I like Escala too. Yeah. Wendy don't bleach her skin. Like, no. What? Wendy does not bleach her skin. No, I don't think anybody on this, when people bleach their skin has a grayish cast. It has a grayish cast. And like me, I don't bleach. Like, no. Let's see. All right, so listen, you guys, listen. Wait, before I go, you guys, I have my channel membership. Make sure you join my channel. It's $4.99 a month. You can support me. And by supporting me, it makes me be able to do this full time. And then y'all won't have to be asking, how come I'm only posting once a week? That way, if y'all support me, I can post every single day or have lives every day. And we can sit there and talk trash because I can't wait. Oh, and you guys, exposés are coming out. I'm doing one on Erica Girardi. I'm doing one on my favorite topic. And I'm doing a few other videos too. That's what I've been working on while I've been on vacation. But y'all, I think one of the videos is probably going to drop tonight. Or tomorrow. So that's going to be good. And then the Erica Girardi one, maybe that'll be the one dropping. But if you guys are interested in Erica Girardi, what's going on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and also like a deep dive in this shit, but I'm focusing more on the personal stuff and ripping like all the time she's told lies around and how this is going to blow up in her face. And I've actually investigated a lot of stuff that was in the court thing to actually even see on the surface as a track, and a lot of stuff doesn't track, but I'm sure you guys will be interested to see it. I'm sure a lot of you guys, right? You guys hit the, hold on, what's gray, orange, brown? Giselle looked front in Karen's head. Even Ray told her enough about Giselle. Do you know what though? Remember how Giselle and Robin and Ashley tortured her when both her parents were dying? That would be enough for somebody to live rent free in my head. Sometimes I think Karen does go too hard on Giselle and then I remember what they did to deserve it. And I shut my mouth and I say, you bought it on yourself. You reap what you sow, right? Monique does not bleach her skin. And you know what? Time heals all wounds. Remember Monique and Candace? Of course you remember Monique. I really feel some type of way that Erica Girardi is allowed to be on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And well, Monique said that she was invited back, but she chose not to go. And they said that she was invited on Real Housewives All-Stars. And she was invited not to go. I mean, she decided not to go. And I actually believe that because say what y'all want, Monique is crazy, but she's gorgeous. She has beautiful kids, right? They make pretty kids in Potomac. And she's out of her mind. But I feel some type of way. And I kind of feel bad that I was so hard on Monique. I know, listen, I still believe she deserved it because I didn't like that shit. Well, speaking of that, let's talk about Candace and Jamil Hill. I didn't like shit she did to Candace, right? But I feel a little bad in the fact that Monique went through all this shit and Erica Girardi is literally, she showed up at a dinner with Cartier Panther earrings, a matching ring, and her hair was done by her glam squad in that braid updo. You can't tell me her glam squad wasn't working. And while your husband is literally, you're living off of stolen money, it's just disgusting. But Monique was the one that had to leave.
Or maybe Monique's telling the truth and they actually pushed her out. I mean, not pushed her out, but she decided to go. Maybe Chris was the one that was like, this is enough stuff. But it just literally makes me so upset. And I'm like, why would you have this vulgar, filthy woman, Erica Jane, on my TV when all this stuff's going on? But you guys were sitting there clowning Monique. And I'm not defending Monique because what she did to Candace was out of order. I'm defending the principle of Monique, right? I'm defending the principle, right? But Monique would have been good on All Stars, right? I'm kind of sad she didn't go on because she would be really, really good at All Stars, right? But honestly, talk about Jamel Hill. So Jamel Hill, Jamila, is it Jamil or Jamila Hill? I don't know how to pronounce her name. I'm not a sports fan. I never watched ESPN, right? Yeah, Jackie F, I think Chris made her quit too, because now that I see the way Bravo rolls, I don't know. Porsha was allowed to stay. I feel like Monique probably would have been allowed to stay. She just would have been friend or reduced or something and like whatever. But Jamil Hill literally did a whole Twitter things watching Potomac about how Candace said fighting words and Candace deserved. Now, if anybody remember that scene, right? We all know that Candace is like, I'm asleep. What you gonna do? Drag me? She was playing. Yeah, she was taunting her. But it wasn't like, what you gonna do, drag me? She was just taunting her in a very funny way and making jokes and turning around and doing all this stuff, right? Monique wanted to put Candace in her place. She misread the room because Robin and Giselle kept her ass up to say how much she didn't like Candace. Ashley didn't like Candace. She thought that she was going to be celebrated for putting her in her place. And instead, everybody looked at her like she was crazy, right? But Jamel Hill went on this whole Twitter tirade about how Candace deserved it and she was asking for it and she was like all this other stuff. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Jackie. This is my whole point. She is corny and she is fake because first of all, you got fired for misspeaking. And you went on this whole pity party about how everybody feels sorry for you because words shouldn't do this and words shouldn't affect and everybody has a right to opinion. And it was so bad that you got fired for doing this and that. And people rallied behind you because what ASBN did to you was messed up. But it's just funny now. It's just funny now that now you missed it, lost your whole career because words mattered. You're now trying to hold Candace to this standard that you didn't want to be held to. Your whole career was lost and you had a good argument. Oh, but what about this? What about that? It's just words. You can't let words. I have a right to my opinion. But now Candace decided to be mollywopped. It's really weird. It always makes me wonder. It's like when Buffy. Remember when Buffy went in on Candace, right? Remember when Buffy went on Candace saying she's a crybaby and she's this and that? And I was like, Buffy, you were crying all up and down the screen because Dr. Jackie played your ass in front of everybody. And now you want to be heartless and crying her eyes out to the point that Contessa was like, hold on, I'll solve it. And everybody's just like, what's Contessa going to say? And she was like, snap out of me. Y'all, Contessa is so funny. She really grew on me. I'm not Gemini queen. She grew on me, right? But like, you did all this shit and was boo-hooing and we were supposed to have all the sympathy. But yet when Candace gets assaulted on TV, we're supposed to ignore the fact that Candace got assaulted on TV. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of hypocrisy. And I don't know why. You know what it is? Here's my thing I want to say. For now on, can people just start their opinion with saying, I don't like this person? Because it seems like people, for whatever reason, Jamila Hill, or whatever, Jamil Hill, Buffy, for whatever reason, they just don't like Candace. She irks, they just don't like her. But instead of saying, I don't mess with her, I don't like her, there's something about her that irks me, and then saying her opinion, they try to act like they're coming from this fair, unbiased place. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like me sitting here and being like, listen, I think Simon Gabodia is a wonderful person. No, I'm not going to say that because you irk me. There's something in your heart of darkness. I don't like him. Plus, whatever, like you said, like Sutton said, people don't like cheaters. People don't like liars. People don't like this and that, right? But I do think, right? Yeah, it's so obvious people use Candace as a way to get a tweet. I agree with this, right? People use Candace as a way to get the hit tweet on Twitter because they won't even say anything. I honestly think she really believes that too. I think there's something about Candace she doesn't like, and she's just literally jumping on the hate train. You know, only back when we were called bully, but Erica is very aggressive and showing no sympathy for the victim. I'm sorry, Candace needs to stop writing checks the month, but hate they fall. Listen, TG, I don't agree with that. Well, here's the thing. I write checks with my mouth. but you can mess around and find out, right? People like I always say, don't let this bubbly disposition prove you. We can go there too. But what I'm trying to say is, somebody literally talking shit to me, it doesn't faze me. Again, this just might be the way I'm built. Maybe some people have triggers. When they hear the wrong words, they kind of black out. But for me, somebody talking shit, somebody cursing me out, that doesn't trigger me. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's like, yeah, it might anger me. I might go back and forth. And also, I'm not on Twitter right now because I don't know how I locked myself out of my account. I'm still trying. I haven't reset my password because I'm lazy, right? But I'm just saying, like, it doesn't bother me for people to talk trash to me. So for Candace to have a slick mouth, and I don't even really think Candace's mouth is that slick. Candace doesn't attack people. She waits until people come to her, and then she comes back with that saggy thing. So Candace's mouth doesn't bother me. That's why I don't understand how somebody saying, I'm sleep, what you gonna do, drag me, makes a mother of 3 assault somebody at work. You feel me? Again, that's just me. Everybody's different. But if I was a mom of 3 and I was at work, I wouldn't be assaulting someone because somebody said, what you gonna do? Tisa, drag me. We are not in 8th grade. You did not trigger me. And even in 8th grade, if we were in class and somebody said, what you gonna do? Drag me. I would just look at them and be like, anyway, I'll see you when recess comes. But I wouldn't drag them in front of the teacher. It's like, there's nothing you can say to me to make me lose my goddamn mind. Do you feel what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? I just, again, words don't trigger me. Now, I have a lot of mouth, and I talk about words don't trigger me. Somebody putting their hands on me will trigger me, right? Somebody spitting on me will trigger me. Somebody pushing me will trigger me. But somebody just talking shit, blah, blah. Unless you're talking shit like this in my face and spittle is hitting, it doesn't trigger me. It really doesn't. You see what I'm saying? I'll engage, but you're not getting the best of me, right? Jamil did not say... Yeah, she did. Because remember, she got fired. So by her being fired, remember she went on a campaign, but by your own logic, you should have been fired because you said words that triggered someone and they dragged you the way corporate America dragged you. They fired you, but you didn't like that. So again, it's kind of like, do words have power or do they not? Do people have the right to take action because they don't like what you say or not? Pick a lane. She's just hypocritical and she's corny because a lot of her takes on shit are bad. It's like, that's the thing with people, public figures, we need to realize they always disappoint you. You can go and rally around them. Like, look at Jocelyn. I love Jocelyn's cabaret. I do. And I have a soft spot for Jocelyn Hernandez. And then she said that stuff about the LGBTQ community. And I was just like, yeah, okay. So that's the end of that. I can't support you on that. Do you see what I'm saying? Right? Exactly. Yes. Let's see. Hold on. No, you didn't. Hold on. This is what I'm going to do because my boyfriend killed the spider. Pet it and make him want to marry me. Pet it and make him want to marry me. Pet it and make him want to marry me. Do you know what I thought was the sickest thing? When you guys sent this to me, it's the last thing I'll say. Oh, you guys also know I do have a membership now. If you guys want to support me and you want to see Tisa all the time, right? Or you want to pay me to go away, sign up for my membership. It's only $4.99. It's only $4.99 a month. That's right. You heard that. It's under $5. You guys can sign up to be a member. I'm going to have monthly members only chats. I don't care if I only have two members. We're going to have a monthly chat. We're going to go in. I give priorities to what you're saying. I give priority to the questions you ask because I know that my chat be going all over and I never see anybody's chat. If anybody's interested in being a moderator, please DM me on my Instagram for my moderator, for my chats, but also for my tarot live. I'm going on live on tarot and actually in under an hour, right? I'm going live on tarot 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be live on tarot, right? But if anybody wants to support me or pay me to go away, sign up for my membership, right? And I'll do either, whatever the family says. But it's $5 a month. You can support. I can pay it and make them marry me. And we're going to have our members only chat. Even if it's only 2 members, we're still going to have a members only live chat. As a matter of fact, I think on my members only chat,
I'm going to actually send the code out so you guys can actually come on screen and we can really, really chop it up. And have you guys been to Kempire Daily's channel? You know, when he has panel guests, people actually pop on. Who's the girl he always has on? Miriam. I think her name's Miriam. Her name's Miriam. She's like the biggest fan of Kenya Moore. I love that girl. Every time she says a take, I'm like, yes, tell it. Tell it. And Kempire is always like, okay, Miriam, okay. Because Miriam's like me. She'll take over and just talk forever, right? But I think I'm going to have for the members only thing, a live chat where you guys can actually join, and you can either call in through audio and we'll chop it up, or you can actually join on video. It'll be really, really fun. Or I'll let people come on video, but they have to be members. Anyway, y'all, it's only $5. Like, what is that, a bag of Oreos? Seriously. Anyway, right? Yeah, Ashley might have instigated, because I do notice whenever drama goes down, Ashley's never around, but she instigates it and leaves. But I'll be honest with you too, Ashley's a Gemini, and Geminis have really good timings too. So Ashley could just sense shit's about to go wrong, and she removes herself so she doesn't get too dirty, right? Let's see. Exactly. What? Okay, you guys. Oh no. Okay, so anyway, you guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for joining me. The video is gonna drop tomorrow, one of the videos I was talking about, so get ready for that. And then also, yeah. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye.